Brought to you by Matthews Ford, Tulsa Bone and Joint, First National Bank of Broken Arrow, St. John Broken Arrow, TTCU Federal Credit Union, and the Arrow Group.
Edmond, Oklahoma. Charlie Hanneman and Steve Spavital with you, and I just want to give you a warning that our broadcast right now being held together by duct tape and bubble gum as we just dropped off the air on the Animal again. We're back again, I think, on the Animal. This is probably the worst designed stadium in the history of North America. We have broadcast booths with no connection and no windows we can open, so we're trying our best to bring you Tiger football. Broken Arrow at Edmond Santa Fe making their way to midfield for the coin toss as we speak. The Tigers in their road white uniforms, white jerseys, white pants, black numbers with the black helmets with the gold BA. Weather tonight brought to you courtesy of Tulsa's Channel 8. It's chilly, 56 degrees. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's going to be close to 50 by the time we're done here. Cloudy and cool. Spav, what are your keys to the game as we watch this coin toss here?
Well, I think that one of the biggest keys is I think their quarterback, Hansen, is a really good quarterback. I think what we need to do is really find ways to make him uncomfortable. We need to find ways to pressure him, and we need to basically contain him so we can't let him utilize his feet. Secondly, we need to win in a game like this at 6-6. I mean, we're both 6-0. Is the fact that changing the field position, we've got to change field position, and you do that through 3 and outs. Now we've only had 6, as you noted before, for this entire season, so that's good to have, and we got to have turnovers. We got to have turnovers, and we're +2 in the turnover margin. And lastly, I think we need to win the battle of first downs. We need to basically possess the football and wear them down, because they have about 4 or 5 two-way starters. And I think eventually as we go is with our possession time, we're going to wear them down.
Broken Arrow 6-0. Edmond Santa Fe 6-0. Glad you're with us here for Tiger football on Arrow Vision and 97.1 FM, the Sports Animal. We're going to make a quick adjustment here, so with 2.5 minutes before kickoff, we'll step aside. Back with more Tiger football right after this.
The Tigers of 1929 tied for the Oil Valley Conference lead with rival Bixby Spartans. Broken Arrow's only loss coming at the hands of the Spartans, who finished their schedule with 2 ties and no losses. Apparently, Bixby wanted no more of our Tigers that year, as they refused a challenge from Broken Arrow after the season to play off the tie. This great moment in Tiger history is brought to you by First National Bank of Broken Arrow, a loyal fan of our community for over 100 years. First National Bank of Broken Arrow, the right balance.
Happiness is getting what you want. But first, let me explain how I got here. When I needed a vehicle, I went online and saw tons of ads. Click here, buy here, come here. So overwhelming. I want the best price and selection with the least hassle. So it's simple. I clicked on MatthewsFordBA.com, made an appointment to take a test drive, and was greeted with a warm handshake and the fantastic price that matched what I saw online. Click, shop, drive at MatthewsFordBA.com, only in Broken Arrow.
My dad's always saying a little extra effort now will really pay off later. Here's how you can put in just a little extra effort
Edmond,
and help out our school.
we continue to limp along here. 30 seconds to go before kickoff. Broken Arrow and Edmond Santa Fe. Our crew of thousands behind the scenes is working to keep our connection on the air. We're going to have a positive attitude and be as hopeful as we can. Somebody thought it would be a great idea to build broadcast booths with no Ethernet or phone lines and double-paned glass windows that don't open with gas in between them. So if you're ever building a stadium in the future, don't do that. Marty Askins' officiating crew is ready for the opening kickoff. Broken Arrow won the toss and deferred. The Tigers will kick off north to south to start tonight's ball game. Edmond Santa Fe in their home green uniforms, green jerseys, black numbers outlined in white. The Tigers, as we mentioned, in their Adidas visiting whites. Tyler Crawford will kick things off for Broken Arrow as always. He'll be kicking with the wind to start the game. You can feel the wind in this stadium because it's open on the ends and the visiting bleachers are not very tall. So wind could be a factor tonight. Not terribly brisk as we get ready to kick things off. A little bit of a delay as Broken Arrow's trying to get the tunnel cleared off from the corner of the end zone. Marty Askins isn't ready to blow this in just yet. Here he goes. Glad you're with us for Tiger football, a key district battle. 6-0 Broken Arrow, 6-0 Edmond Santa Fe. Cameron Love and Trace Ford are the returners for Santa Fe, and Tyler Crawford's left-footed kick is end over end and high and arcing into the end zone. It bounces on the Ellen Wolves, and that'll be a touchback for Crawford. Edmond Santa Fe's quarterback is number 17, Kanan Hansen. He's 76 of 134 this year, 1,061 yards, 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He also has 3 rushing touchdowns, 148 yards on 26 carries. Against Broken Arrow, though, he threw 3 interceptions last year in Broken Arrow's 52-21 win. Santa Fe will start 1st and 10 from the 20. Tyler Travis is the setback behind Hansen. They have 2 receivers left, 1 right. Hansen takes the snap, fakes, rolling to his left, fires, has a man at the numbers. I believe that's Jack Woods. Woods hauls in that catch. Gain of about 6 on 1st down.
Yeah, just running a boot. That's a pretty good call right off the bat, running a boot. And run the bootleg and then sitting the guy in the flat.
See the defensive starters for Broken Arrow on your screen. Newell, Rowland, Moss, and Collier. 2nd and 4 here. It's a give up the middle to Travis. Met immediately, though. Good coverage there from Broken Arrow. Marcus Selly was in there. Jalen Moss in there as well. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Well, I think they run a lot of zone, so what we're going to have to do is, like I've been talking about in the past, is our D-line needs to be able to get off blocks and make tackles. And this is a good game for them to work on that.
3rd and 2 coming from the 28-yard line. No score, 11 minutes to go. Broken Arrow on the road at Edmond Santa Fe. Kanan Hansen out of the gun, takes the high snap, drops back, rolling to his right, being chased, fires, incomplete off the hands of his receiver. Edmond Santa Fe will go 3 and out to start the game. He was looking for Dustin Tupel.
You know, that's great defense right there, because you consider the 1st down play. They had 7 yards on the 1st down play, and then we held them in the last 2 downs. Very effective, like no yards on the run and then an incomplete pass.
Isaiah Keller back to punt, or back to return for Broken Arrow. The punter for Santa Fe is Caleb Belimowicz. He's got his heels at the 18. Tigers bring some pressure from the right side. Belimowicz gets off a shank. It's high and wobbling. Bounces at the 40 on the far side, and it'll be downed immediately. Broken Arrow will take over in Santa Fe territory at the 40-yard line. Just a 12-yard punt.
Wow. And that's not a brisk win. That's just poor special teams, if you want my opinion.
Was pressure a factor there?
No, I don't think there was enough pressure as a factor. Now,
here comes the Broken Arrow offense. 1st and 10 from the 40. Tate Robards, the quarterback. Noah Cortez, the setback. Kaiser Newell, offset to the right, sort of an H-back position. He goes right to left. Robards takes the snap. Quick pass out to Keller at the right hash. Keller stretches to the 35 before he's brought down.
That's a great job, because what they're doing is they're playing very loose. They're playing off on the secondary, and we just need to make a challenge.
2nd and 5. Give to Cortez straight ahead. Close to the 1st down marker. Is going to be about a yard short. Gain of 4. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Love it. The high tempo. Did you see the high tempo? We get a lot of yardage on first down on the pass, and then he went right immediately into a high-tempo run.
Tate Robards gets the play from the sideline, runs back to the huddle. 10:20 to go, opening quarter. Clock stopped for some reason on a run up the middle. Now it's running again. 3rd and 1 from the 31-yard line. Robards under center, takes the snap, gives to Cortez, straight ahead, makes the first man miss. Now still on his feet, inside the 20 before he's finally chopped down by the safety, Cameron Love. A First National Bank first down for Noah Cortez, and that run puts him into 2nd place all-time in Broken Arrow school rushing history.
That's great. And I don't have to really explain to you what the play was. That's our bread and butter, the power, and it was just really ran well.
Line of scrimmage is the 17-yard line. 1st and 10, Broken Arrow. Tigers on the move. 9:57 to go, opening quarter. No score here in Edmond. Robards out of the gun. Takes the snap, waist high, firing to his right. That's caught by Matt Kaiser. Kaiser shakes out of a tackle, still on his feet inside the 10. And Kaiser has about 7 or 8 yards. A tough run after catch there before he's finally chopped down.
Very good, very good. Yards after catch. That's what you want, especially with good receivers know how to do that.
Pickup of 7. It's 2nd and 3 coming. Line at the 10-yard line. 9:27 to go, opening quarter. Broken Arrow on the move on its first offensive drive of the game. Robards under center now. 2 receivers left. Cortez, the lone tailback, and a flag before the snap.
That's what you want right there. First down now. It's 1st and goal. You got to be disciplined down there as a defense, and they're not being very disciplined right now. Very good decision by us, basically having a freeze count.
Wolves jump offside. That makes it another First National Bank first down, 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Double tight end set now for Broken Arrow. Cortez, the lone setback. Robards looking left, now looking right, barking out the signals. Here we go, 9:05 to go. Robards takes the snap, gives to Cortez, stretching to his left, fighting for more, and it's going to be close, and Cortez is in. Touchdown, Broken Arrow. The Tigers strike on their opening drive.
Noah Cortez on the 5-yard run.
That's a very good hard run there. You know, they're just locked down man, and then they're going to come in there and they're going to force those linebackers, move the linemen. Great blocking at the point of attack. Great blocking.
Cortez just ran over a defender for those last 2 yards.
Absolutely.
It's his 20th touchdown of the season, his 40th of his Tiger career. Snap spot, Skylar Seagrave's left-footed extra point is right down the middle with 8:58 to go in the first quarter. Broken Arrow 7, Edmond Santa Fe nothing. This is Broken Arrow football.
To get great care for your everyday life, you need more than an everyday doctor. You need one that listens. And that's just what Ascension doctors at St. John do. Listening to you helps us see your whole picture. And with care teams who take the time to understand you, getting the care you need when and where you need it has never been easier. Find care that is right for you at getstjohncare.com.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Away and bobbled. It'll be fielded at the 10 by Santa Fe. That's, holy smokes, blown up by Gavin Potter. Gavin Potter just almost destroyed Cameron Love.
Oh my gosh.
Love on the return. 12, Gavin Potter.
Santa Fe will take over at its own 16 as Gavin Potter just laid the hammer to Cameron Love.
Man, I don't know if this guy's still alive. Golly, that was a hit. That's got to be the hit of the year right there.
8:54 to go, opening quarter, second drive of the game for Santa Fe. Wolves trailing number 1 Broken Arrow, 7-0. 3 receivers set for the Wolves. Caden Hansen takes the snap, hands off at the middle to Tyler Travis. He's bottled up after a gain of 1, if anything.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to do stuff like that with us. They're pulling the guard out to the perimeter, and he's cutting it back in. And I tell you, our D-line is getting really good now of shedding blockers and making the tackles themselves at the line of scrimmage.
Colton Collier was on the tackle for the Tigers there. It'll be 2nd and 9. 3 receivers right. High snap. Hansen takes it rolling to his right. Fires. That's caught at the 20, but chopped down by Miles Slusher and Marcus Selly. It was Talon Shetron on the catch there for Santa Fe. Gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Santa Fe back to the line with tempo. 8 minutes to go. 3rd and 5 coming from the 21-yard line. A little bit of movement before the snap. The Wolves jumped. False start on Santa Fe. We continue to have some connection issues with the sports animal, but I believe our audio is coming through on Arrowvision.tv. So if you're trying to follow us, we apologize for the technical difficulties on the radio. We're trying as best as we can. We're working with a stadium that was not designed for any sort of live broadcasting at all. The penalty backs the Wolves up to their own 16. It's 3rd and 10 from the 16-yard line. 7:47 to go. Tigers almost jumped into the neutral zone but got back. Snap off. Hansen back to pass on 3rd and long. Looking for his man. Caught across the outside. Still on his feet across the 25. Trace Ford on the catch there for Santa Fe. That'll be a Wolves first down.
Yeah, he kind of comes in as the tight end. He's a tight end fullback, and he drags across the middle there. Very effective with him. Big target.
1st and 10 from the 31. Snap handoff up the middle to Tyler Travis. Check that. Ethan Heitch. Heitch, the carrier there, a sophomore for Santa Fe. I'd tell you the height and weight, but they wouldn't give us those either.
Yeah, I tell you, Marcuselli just stepped right in, unblocked, and just made the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Marcuselli's having a big game here tonight already.
Sorry, Spav. Gain of 2 there. 2nd and 8 coming from the 32-yard line. Santa Fe to the line, trailing 7-0 with 7:03 to go, opening quarter. 3 receivers right. Kanan Hansen takes the snap, fires. That's caught. Caught by Nico Nieves. Hits the ground immediately at about the 36.
You know, we're leaving number 2 pretty much uncovered. And, you know, you can throw the uncovered there, but, boy, he just didn't throw a very good ball right there. Otherwise, he would have had a lot more, perhaps.
3rd and 5 coming. Line of scrimmage is the 36-yard line. 6:32 to go, opening quarter. Broken Arrow 7, Edmond Santa Fe nothing. Kanan Hansen standing at his 31 now, moves his tailback from left to right, takes the snap. Back to pass, dumps it off. That's caught on the far side by Trace Ford, the big fella. Forced out of bounds by Potter at the 44-yard line. First down, Santa Fe.
Very nice. This is one of the first time in a while that we're facing a team that really has a pretty unique passing game, which is pretty good. And this is something we really need to work on and be able to work on it. It's been a while.
1st and 10, Santa Fe at its own 44. Hansen takes the snap, play fakes, fires, left side, caught by 22, Talon Shetron on the catch. Tricky Stokes on the tackle, across midfield for a gain of 7.
Brought down by Aaron Stokes.
Yeah, this. What is that?
2nd and 4. Inside 6 minutes to go. Santa Fe marching across midfield into Broken Arrow territory for the first time tonight. Give up the middle to Tyler Travis. He's hit almost immediately. Picks up a yard, maybe 2.
Tyler Travis.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them to run the football a little bit. I think they're going to have to start utilizing the quarterback on the run game. May help them a little bit. But the thing is we're going to load the box, and we're not going to allow you to run effectively. We're going to make you throw the ball.
We haven't seen much dual threat from Hansen yet. We know he's capable of it. Now a diamond formation here for Santa Fe on 3rd down. Hansen rolling out, and he is going to be spun down and sacked. Marcuselli and Gavin Potter both got him. 4th and long coming for Santa Fe.
But see, I'm not sure how effective having 3 backs in there are.
Tackle made by 12.
The whole reason behind that is that we put everybody that we have in the box, and you're not going to run the ball. You can only try and throw it. And they tried the little play action throw it, and we nailed it.
4th and 7 coming now for Santa Fe. A 6-yard loss on that sack. Belimowicz back to punt. Keller is waiting at his own 24. Broken Arrow leading 7-0. Snap hits Belimowicz in the hands. Right-footed kick is better this time, but not great. It'll bounce to the 30 and check up back toward the Santa Fe end, where it's down at about the Broken Arrow 32-yard line.
Yeah, I think he kicked it about 10 yards longer. What do we get, about a 25-yard punt? That's good for us. We're, one of my keys was, how we can change field position through 3-and-outs and timeout or turnovers. Well, we have good field position again.
Santa Fe ran 10 plays on that drive before being forced to punt. Broken Arrow starts at its own 33. 1st and 10, leading 7-0. Tate Robards, toss play left side. Cortez outside the numbers, rumbling to the Broken Arrow sideline for a gain of about 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's one of the first time we've hit the perimeter a little bit. That's good. We've got to really do some things different. We got to experiment with some things. We need to get false tendencies. We need to really do some things that will help us down the long run in the playoffs.
Broken Arrow 7, Santa Fe nothing. Inside 4 minutes to go, opening quarter. Second play of Broken Arrow's second drive. It's 2nd and 7 from the 36. Robards takes the shotgun snap, shuffles, firing to his left side, complete. That's Kaiser. Kaiser got close to the 40 before he was spun down out of bounds by Nico Nieves.
I like seeing this right now. I've been saying all along, we need to really work on our drop back, our 3-step, our 5-step type passing game. We need to really work on that because that's going to help us down the line, even though we know we can run the football.
Second catch of the game for Kaiser. Sets up 3rd and 2 from the Broken Arrow 41. 3:15 to go, first quarter. Broken Arrow 7, Santa Fe nothing. Now a tight formation. Robards takes the snap, gives to Cortez. He makes a little stutter step at the line, close to the chains. I think he's going to be short, though.
That's interesting how he cut that thing back. We were unbalanced. And I think they shifted their line over quite a bit. And then he cut it right back immediately.
They're going to bring out the chains to measure. It was 3rd and a long 2. They have the ball spotted at the just inside the 43-yard line. Call it the 42.5. From our vantage point, almost straight on, it looks like Broken Arrow is going to be about a foot short. We'll see. Now they're bringing the chains back off the field. Looks like they brought it from the wrong spot. Yeah, the linesman needs to grab that clip there at the 35-yard line. You can't just bring the chains out without anybody holding the clip. Otherwise, we're not going to have any reference point. It's the little things.
Yeah.
Don't forget we have concessions underneath the stadium bleachers.
They're stretching the chains out.
Grilled items, as well as candy, drink, and other items.
Marty Askins is looking at it. They're pulling it as tight as they can, and it looks like just by the nose of the football, Broken Arrow is going to be picking up a First National Bank first down. Boy, that camera angle that we've got is a great shot, just off center by a hair, so that messes with things a little bit, but Marty Askins was right on top of it. First National Bank first down. Tigers 1st and 10 from their own 43.
It didn't look like they thought it was a first down.
Yeah, Santa Fe looked like it was short, didn't they?
I know. They were saying it's short.
Quintevin Cherry checked in during the measurement. He's the quarterback for the first time tonight. He's in the gun, takes the shotgun snap, hands off to Cortez. Cortez ahead to the 45 before he's grabbed and spun down by Destin Hostler.
Yeah, I tell you, it's just going to be a matter of seconds here for, Cherry to keep the ball now. Because I tell you what, they came underneath there hard to stop Cortez, so they didn't have anybody on the quarterback at that time.
6th carry of the night for Cortez so far, 2:20 to go. Broken Arrow leading 7-0. Cherry still your quarterback, single receiver left, 2 receivers to the right. Cherry, shotgun snap, drops back, fires, caught by Isaiah Keller. Keller got to the 50 before he was popped by Jack Woods and brought down at the 49-yard line of Santa Fe.
A couple of yards to first down. this is what you want. We're being very effective in our drives. So therefore, we're third and short. Those are very easy to convert.
They've got it listed as 3rd and 3 officially. It's more like 3rd and 2. Minute 40 to go. Tate Robards back in at quarterback under center. Takes the snap, gives to Cortez. Cortez, great juke to the left side, still on his feet. Past the line to gain. Picks up a First National Bank first down before he's brought down inside the 45. Cortez made a great move at the line to pick up that first down.
Yeah, he bounced it. He bounced it outside and picked it up. We're so impressive on 3rd down. We're 52% conversion on 3rd down. That's unbelievable. That's very impressive. And we're doing that because we're being effective and efficient on 1st and 2nd down.
7th play of the drive coming here. 1st and 10, Broken Arrow. Robards shuffles his feet, back to pass, firing deep, looking for his man. It's overthrown. It was incomplete. He was looking for Logan Matthews. A little bit too much mustard on that one. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I knew Coach Wilkinson was going to go for it. He was going to go for it right then. I'm not so sure that's what really needs to be done. We need to just move the chains right now. Move the chains and wear them down. And experiment and work on things that are going to help us when we get into the playoffs.
Marty Askins just had a flag on the play. Holding was the call. I didn't see it. I didn't even see the flag on the field, so I apologize for that. It'll be a 10-yard penalty, 11-yard penalty technically from the spot. They'll march it back to the Broken Arrow 45. It'll be 1st and 21 with 1:05 to go in the first quarter. Broken Arrow leading 7-0. Quintevin Cherry, the quarterback, takes the snap, keeps it himself off a fake. He's got a big hole. Cherry still on his feet, spins and chopped down back at the Edmond Santa Fe 34. They're going to give him the First National Bank first down. So the Tigers behind the chains after the penalty. Not for long. Quintevin Cherry picks up 22 and a first down.
That's exactly what I was talking about. I knew he was going to keep the football the next time they do it, because last time they did it, they gave it to Cortez, and they had no one on the quarterback.
Good tackle there by Cameron Love to bring down the big fella. If he didn't get him, Cherry might have been gone.
Absolutely.
47 seconds to go, first quarter. Broken Arrow 7, Santa Fe nothing. 1st and 10 from the 33. Cherry out of the gun.
Power.
Design quarterback run. Straight ahead, rumbling inside the 30 to about the 28.
Number 7, Cherry.
Man, he's tough.
I know. That's just a quarterback power. It's so dangerous because, the power alone we're very effective with. And him running the ball, he's just like Cortez running the ball, actually. But he can throw the football. It just makes it very dangerous.
Tate Robards in at quarterback for this play. It'll probably be the last play of the first quarter. 10 seconds to go. 2nd and 5 from the 27. Robards back to pack, shuffles, sets up. He's got time, pulled the ball down, and now he fires it late. It's tipped and falls incomplete. Wow.
Yeah,
that was dicey.
You got to be careful with that. A lot of that's just inexperience.
First quarter comes to an end on the incompletion, but Broken Arrow still leading 7-0 and driving. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the 28 when we come back. This is Tiger Football. Tiger Threads is your one-stop shop to get all things BA. Whether you're a little Tiger, current student, or proud alum, a parent, or just a fan of Broken Arrow, Tiger Threads is taking black and gold to a whole new level with apparel and spirit accessories. Tiger Threads is located inside the front entrance of Broken Arrow High School and is open Monday through Friday. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and visit us online at batigerthreads.com.
My dad's always saying a little extra effort now will really pay off later. Here's how you can put in just a little extra effort and help out our schools in a big way. Just switch your checking account to TTCU. It's easy. You get $150 just for switching. And every time you use your school pride card, TTCU donates to our schools. So far, over $1 million. They're the only ones doing that. So make the switch to TTCU and be the person who's making a difference for our schools.
To get great care for your everyday life, you need more than an everyday doctor. You need one that listens. And that's just what Ascension doctors at St. John do. Listening to you helps us see your whole picture. And with care teams who take the time to understand you, getting the care you need when and where you need it has never been easier. Find care that is right for you at getstjohncare.com.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Is bottled up. He's going to be short of the line to gain, but he did get down to the 24. So it looks like 4th and 1 will be coming for Broken Arrow.
Okay, for 4th down, though, we're 77% conversion on 4th down. So this is a great decision for us to go get after it. Go for it.
4th and 2 coming for Broken Arrow. Line of scrimmage is the 25 officially. 11:23 to go, second quarter. Broken Arrow leading 7-0. Robards takes the snap, gives to Cortez. Cortez is pounded at the line of scrimmage, but the second effort got him darn close. I think he picked up the first down on a great second effort by Noah Cortez.
Boy, what effort. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, and I don't think he just went after it.
They're moving him. First National Bank first down for Broken Arrow. Cortez picks up another one, Mr. Reliable, and it'll be 1st and 10 BA at the 23. Robards gets the play from the sideline, comes back to his huddle. $11:05 to go, second quarter. Double tight set, Robards under center, takes the snap, gives to Cortez. Cortez makes the first man miss. Picks up a couple.
Cortez again, the ball carrier.
Gain of 2 or 2.5. Santa Fe's clogging up the middle.
Yeah, they are. They're moving their line, and this is kind of unique. Coach Rose, the defense coordinator there, he worked for Travis Hill when they were at NEO. Our defensive coordinator. So they're fairly similar in a lot of ways, but he likes to do a lot of movements, a lot of zone pressures.
2nd and 7 from the 20, 10:25 to go. Robards under center. It's a pass. Under pressure, though, Robards avoids the first man, but can't avoid the second. He's brought down for a sack by Michael Pope. His second sack of the game, and Santa Fe had good pressure there.
Yeah, they did. They had great unclean pressure off the edge. Forced him to step up and move, and some of the other players just got off their blocks and made the sack.
Inside 10 minutes to go now, second quarter. Broken Arrow still leading 7-0. It'll be 3rd and 13 back at the 26-yard line. 4 receivers for Broken Arrow. Robards bobbles the snap, trying to compose himself, but he's going to be sacked. No, dumps it off to Cortez. Cortez makes the catch, but this is still going to be a big loss. Thrown to the ground by number 4 for Santa Fe.
Wow, that was
James Stevenson.
I know they put a lot of pressure and he had the ball, but that was a pretty impressive tackle on Cortez because he's hard to tackle in space.
Great play by Stevenson, a big loss, a loss of 11. That'll be 4th and 25.
Took us out of field goal range.
Yeah, so the Tigers will punt into the wind here. 9:05 to go, second quarter, leading 7-0. Tyler Crawford standing with his toes at the 49. High snap, but Crawford fields it. Left-footed punt is spiraling down the middle of the field. It hits at the 20, rolls forward. Great roll for Broken Arrow. This punt rolls all the way down to the 6-yard line. Trayvon Client was given it almost like the curling sweep, trying to get it down the turf, but a nice punt down to the 6, a 32-yard punt, no return, and Santa Fe will have poor field position as the Wolves take over here deep in their own territory.
Well, here's the bad thing about what Santa Fe's success they've had on that one drive basically was throwing the football. And now they're back on the minus 6-yard line, their own 6-yard line. It's going to be extremely tough to get out of this because they're going to have to run the football, and they're not good at it right now.
1st and 10 from the 6. 8:48 to go, second quarter. Broken Arrow 7, Santa Fe nothing. Tyler Travis is the tailback. He gets the carry on first down right into a wall of Tigers. D'Amico Rowland stands him up.
Yeah.
Campbell Yeager was in there too, the middle linebacker, and that one went nowhere.
No. You know, they're not trying to pull or bring another man over into the other side of the formation. They're just running zone, and we're just defeating the blockers right now.
2nd and 9 from the 7. Hansen out of the gun. Travis the lone setback. Hansen takes the snap, shuffles his feet, sets, fires to the right side. That's caught. Nice completion to Braden Reichert, excuse me. He picks up the first down. Nice out, nice throw there right inside the sideline.
Especially from your own end. See, what I was trying to say basically is when you're down on the 6-yard line, your own 6-yard line, your playbook is in half. You don't have very many plays to deal with.
1st and 10 from the 18. Hansen hands off up the middle to Travis. Nice tackle by Colton Collier to catch him in the backfield, though.
That was very nice because he surfed it. That's zone again. He surfed it and bounced it, and we made a great play. I tell you, our D-line is really playing very well right now.
7:45 to go, second quarter. Broken Arrow 7, Santa Fe nothing. Glad you're with us on ArrowVision. We're having a little bit of technical issues with our radio connection, but we're told that we're still on the air through all sorts of magic back at Sports Animal World headquarters, so we appreciate our crew working hard on this one. Here's the snap to Hansen. Sets up, fires. That's caught. Trace Ford hauls that one in, and he is close to the line to gain, but I don't think he's got it. Looks like he's going to be about a yard short at the 27.
Yeah, that's that tight end. He's that big tight end that's just doing a wonderful job. I mean, he can play different positions, too.
Trace Ford plays defensive end.
Yes.
And tight end / receiver. He came into the game with 10 catches for 191 yards and 3 touchdowns. You can see why they like to go to him. He's a big target.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, but the problem is they have 4 or 5 athletes going 2 ways.
3rd and 1. Santa Fe with the ball at its own 27. Handoff up the middle to Ethan Heitch. He's still on his feet across the 30. Now he's got room inside the 50. Forced out of bounds in Broken Arrow territory by Miles Slusher.
Now that was a total busted play right there. They got into the 3-back set again, and they ran the ball, which is really not easy to do against us. But what happened is he got stuck at the line of scrimmage, and then we didn't wrap up. He bounced it and ran on the edge.
31-yard gain gets the Wolves to the Broken Arrow 42. 1st and 10, Santa Fe. Broken Arrow 7, Santa Fe nothing. 7:15 to go here in the first half. Hansen takes the snap, play fakes, now looking deep. His man is double covered, and it's knocked away. He was looking for Reichert. Adonis Ballard was in there on some coverage for Broken Arrow.
Yeah, that was an interesting play call, really, because they had some routes open underneath, and we're allowing that to happen. But when you're going to throw a little deep to us, we're not going to let that happen.
There were 2 Tigers running with him the whole way, and they fired going for broke anyway. 2nd and 10 coming from the 42, 7:08 to go here in this first half. Broken Arrow 7, Santa Fe nothing. Hansen takes the snap, fires, intercepted! Intercepted by Broken Arrow. It's Tricky Stokes. Stokes, 30, 25, 20, still on his feet, 10, 5, fumbles the ball into the end zone. Tigers try to fall on it. They recover it. Now it's a Broken Arrow touchdown. Machota recovered it in the end zone for the touchdown. Stokes picked it off and took it almost all the way to the house. Either way, it's a touchdown, Broken Arrow, but there is a flag in the middle of the field at about the 13-yard line. What a wild play.
What a great play by Stokes. What a great play. You know, they took the wide receiver, they ran a double slant, and they were throwing it to the furthest one out. And he was playing loose enough coverage that he saw that immediately and just cut in front of it and caught it, did a great job.
It'll be a 58-yard return if it stands, and then fumbled into the end zone, recovered by Machota. Marty Askins is going over to talk with Coach Alexander, so I believe that penalty is going to be on Santa Fe, asking what he wants. No microphone there, but it's a dead ball, personal foul on Santa Fe.
Double.
Now they're going to, I believe that was the signal, they're going to enforce it on the kickoff. He got confused on the first signal, so we have a personal foul on Santa Fe. The touchdown stands, and they'll enforce 15 yards on the kickoff. Hard to tell Marty Askins without a microphone. Add that to the list of things they didn't think about when they designed this brand new stadium in 2016. You build a brand new stadium, the windows don't open, you can't broadcast from here, and the referee doesn't have a microphone. But other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play?
Yeah.
Tigers up 13-0. Skylar Seagraves on for the left-footed extra point out of the hold of Matt Kaiser. Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is right down the middle. With 6:53 to go in the first half, Broken Arrow leads Edmond Santa Fe 14-0. We'll take a timeout. This is Tiger Football.
The Tigers of 1929 tied for the Oil Valley Conference lead with rival Bixby Spartans. Broken Arrow's only loss coming at the hands of the Spartans, who finished their schedule with 2 ties and no losses. Apparently, Bixby wanted no more of our Tigers that year, as they refused a challenge from Broken Arrow after the season to play off the tie. This great moment in Tiger history is brought to you by First National Bank of Broken Arrow, a loyal fan of our community for over 100 years. First National Bank of Broken Arrow, the right balance.
Welcome back to Edmond, Oklahoma. Broken Arrow leading Santa Fe 14-0. That extra point, or the personal foul, on the interception return / fumble means Tyler Crawford will kick this off from the Santa Fe 45. So likely a directional kick, one of those high onsides, some sort of subterfuge here for the Tigers, because Crawford can just boot this one out of the back of the end zone if they kick it straight away. Here comes Crawford. Left-footed kick is high, and this is just going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Easy enough. No return there. Santa Fe will start first and 10 at its own 20, trailing 14-0 with 6:53 to go.
Boy, that was still an impressive play. I mean, with our corner Stokes, he did such a great job just seeing that and then just spiking underneath it and making a great play. Just really impressive.
So we'll see what Edmond Santa Fe throws out there after the last offensive play was intercepted and returned to the house.
They're going to have to try to throw the ball because, you know, they're having difficulty running it.
Snap to Hanson, handoff to Tyler Travis. Travis has a little bit of a seam here across the 30, close to the 35, where he was hit and spun down by Tolbert.
Well,
15-yard gain, though.
Yeah, you know, easier said than done because we were squeezing it down so hard. Actually, he bounced it around an unblocked man.
15-yard gain, first down, first and 10 from the 35. 6:40 to go here in the opening half. Broken Arrow leading 14-0. 3 receivers left. Hanson, though, takes the snap, gives up the middle to Travis. Travis still on his feet, stretching it out to the left hash. Machota, or Slusher, grabs him and throws him down at about the 38.
Great play. Marcus Selly, he's really playing an outstanding game tonight. I really like watching him play right now.
Gain of 2 or 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 from the 38.
3 receiver look, 1 left, 2 right. Hansen, play fake. He's under pressure, rolling right, throws on the move. That'll be incomplete. A flag comes in the area where you might see holding or a lineman downfield.
On the coverage, number 15.
Well, I think one of the keys that I talked about was make the quarterback uncomfortable. Put pressure on him, contain him. But we have done this totally. We are not allowing him to sit back and just sit comfortable in the pocket and throw the ball. He's scrambling out. He's running for his life. We're containing him. He's not running the ball. We're outstanding game plan here with Coach Hill.
Holding the call on the Wolves. They'll back it up. It'll be 2nd and 17 from the 27-yard line. Now 3 receivers set again. Hansen takes the pass, dumps it out of the backfield, but that one is going to be blown up. But Chota slowed him down. Colton, check that, Kaiser Newell finished him. It was Tyler Travis on the catch, but that went almost nowhere. Gain of 1 maybe, and it's going to be 3rd and a mile and a half.
No, Machota is just a stud. I just love watching him. I tell you what, some of the things that we're having this season is our studs are playing like studs.
3rd and 17 coming here, 5:30 to go. Broken Arrow leading 14-0. Tigers showing pressure on this 3rd and long. Kanan Hansen out of the gun. Tigers, though, only bringing 3. Hansen scrambling. That pass almost intercepted, but caught by Ford. Nice job by Hansen to get it over the Tiger defender and pick up the first down. It's a gain of 22 to the 50.
Well, that was different than what we have been doing. We're showing pressure, and then we basically just rushed 3 and we dropped 8. And when you give that quarterback a little time to pick and choose, he's pretty effective.
Potter tried to stretch his arms out to tip that ball or intercept it. Good throw by Hansen to get over the top and pick up the first down. Handoff on first down to Travis. Jalen Moss has got him by the jersey and spins him back. Kaiser Newell helped bring him down. No gain on that one.
Stop made by number 5.
I tell you, our D-line, I keep saying this, but our D-line is getting better and better each week because they are now shedding blockers and making tackles themselves and not just being the guys that are being double-teamed and letting the linebackers make the plays.
Ethan Heitch is into the game at tailback. He has 1 carry for 31 yards. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 50 with 4:25 to go in the opening half. Broken Arrow leading 14-0. Now a whistle and a timeout taken by Kyle White of Edmond Santa Fe. First timeout in the ball game. Wolves take it with 4:20 to go.
Well, I tell you, this game has gone fast, hasn't it? That first quarter flew by. Now here's the second quarter.
Total yards so far in the game. Santa Fe leading Broken Arrow 138-76. You don't see that very often, but the Tigers have not run very many plays.
No, and we scored.
Short field. And
yeah, we scored
kind of
on the interception, defensive score. Possession time is relatively the same, but the whole difference is that we scored a lot quicker.
Broken Arrow 3 of 5 on 3rd downs. Santa Fe 4 of 6. The Wolves have put together a couple drives. Just haven't been able to find the end zone. The Tiger defenses hold. Santa Fe's second drive went 9 plays before the punt. The third drive went 7 plays before the pick that was returned to the house. This will be the 6th play of the Wolf drive.
Yeah, this is 2nd long, and Santa Fe needs to be careful because we've loosened our coverage a little bit. We're going to sit back. We're playing zone.
Bobbled snap. Tigers are going to recover this. I think they're still fighting for it, but Broken Arrow's got it. D'Amico Rowland recovered the fumble, and Broken Arrow takes over inside Santa Fe territory. It was a bobbled snap. It spun around on the turf. A couple. Tigers kicked it. Rowland fell on it, brought it into his chest. Another turnover for this Broken Arrow defense.
Oh, this brings us at +4 in the turnover, which is good. I mean, their last 2 possessions have been turnovers.
Cherry bomb package in for the Tigers at quarterback as Quintevin Cherry will lead the Tigers here. 1st and 10 from the Santa Fe 41. We look to our left to see into the Broken Arrow coaches booth. Jay Wilkinson's got his poker face on. Can't tell if a big shot's coming here, but this is one of those situations where you might see something deep. 3 receivers all to the right for Broken Arrow. Cherry, designed quarterback power following the lead blocks, gets across the 40, rolls over on top of the man trying to bring him down. Picks up about 2. Katie Jones on the tackle there, and not so much a tackle as much as Cherry just fell on top of him.
I know. I think we're going to start really wearing these guys down pretty good here.
2nd and 8 from the Santa Fe 38. Broken Arrow leading 14-0. 3 receiver set. Twins to the left, single man to the right. Cherry out of the gun, fakes the Cortez, rolls right, dumps to his tight end. That was Dax Wilson. Wilson picks up maybe a yard. It was his 2nd catch of the season.
They're playing some pretty good D right now. You know, we're experimenting a little bit. We're doing some things a little different. We need to just get down to basics right now because we've got 3:18 left. We got all of our timeouts. We just need to just ram it. We just need to run that
7
power.
coming from the 38-yard line. Cherry still the quarterback with Cortez the setback. Shotgun snap at the belly. Cherry drops back under pressure now, making something happen, rolling to his right, firing downfield. That's caught, complete, and spun out of bounds. Trayvon Client has enough for a First National Bank first down. It's a 21-yard catch. Nice vision by Quintevin Cherry to buy some time and find his man when not much appeared to be there right away.
Very nice.
There's a flag down somewhere. I'm looking on the turf. It's hard to see where the flag is. Oh, there it is. It's on the far sideline. It's technically out of bounds, so maybe a late hit here. It is right where they put the football down. Officiating crew's thinking about it. Marty Askins getting ready to make a signal here. Late hit on Santa Fe. That'll be half the distance, so no complaints there. We were at about the 17, so Broken Arrow will take over now, or continue the drive, inside the 10 at the 9. 1st and goal coming for the Tigers with 2:53 to go in the first half.
After the penalty, brings up first down.
3 receivers for the Tigers. Kaiser and Client to the left. Keller to the right. Cherry takes the snap. Rides Cortez. Cortez down to about the 6.
He did a good job bending that, running the zone, and he bended a little bit. He does a good job at that. I like the way he runs the zone.
Yeah, Cherry kind of rode him there. You almost wonder if he was thinking about pulling it.
Well,
setting the stage maybe.
I know. They did that last time, remember? They're not really honoring him.
Inside 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Cherry. This is the full Cherry bomb set. He rolls to the right. This is the designed run inside the 5. Rumbling, still on his feet. And in. Touchdown. Broken Arrow.
And we knew that was going to happen there. We called it again.
The Tigers go Cherry bomb for a 6-yard score. It's the 6th time Quintevin Cherry has run one in for BA. Tigers up 20-0.
I like how we do that. We bunch it up, and then we pull a lineman out there. We just got a lot more people than they have to defend.
Skylar Seagraves on for the extra point. He's 37 of 39 on the season. Kaiser to hold. Andrew Rame to snap. Snap spot. Extra point. Right down the money with 2:12 to go in the first half. Broken Arrow 21, Edmond Santa Fe nothing. This is Broken Arrow football.
The 1938 Tigers were undefeated and Class B state champions, led by All-State tackle Melvin Perry, quarterback Ralph Moore, back Jesse Kelly, and guard Jack Nafee. The Tigers squared up against heated rival Bixby to end the season. Ralph Moore, running behind some beautiful blocking, scampered 85 yards for a touchdown as the Tigers won the championship and routed the Spartans to stay undefeated. This great moment in Tiger history is brought to you by First National Bank of Broken Arrow, a loyal fan of our community for over 100 years. First National Bank of Broken Arrow, the right balance.
Welcome back to Wolves Stadium in Edmond, Oklahoma. The Tigers lead Edmond Santa Fe 21-0. Tyler Crawford's kick is a directional one to the right side. It's fielded, and Cameron Love had a seam there, but nice job by Broken Arrow's number 18, Ty Roselle, to make the tackle there at the 35.
He does a good job kicking those things. Kicks it up pretty high.
There was a hole there, though, so I'm not exactly sure that had the effect the Tigers were looking for.
No, because he kicked it more in the middle instead of over to the edge. You got to really push it over to the sideline. You got to kick it on the numbers.
2:10 to go, first half. Broken Arrow 21, Santa Fe nothing. The Wolves will take over at their own 35. Kanan Hansen takes the shotgun snap. There's a flag before the play. Somebody on Edmond Santa Fe moved early.
You know, this is hard on Santa Fe because they're not used to being behind. You know, they're 6-0, and they're 6-0 for a reason. But they're 6-0, and they've never been behind in a game.
So it'll be 1st and 15. High snap, bobbled, hands off to Tyler Travis. Travis is stretching, trying to get back to the 35, but Chota grabbed him and slung him down. Pick up a couple. Clock, though, still winding. He was brought down close to the sideline, but inbounds. Inside 2 minutes to go. Minute 50 to go here in the first half. Broken Arrow 21, Santa Fe zip.
It's hard to mess with some of those kids. Those are wrestlers out there. You know, Machota.
Kanan Hansen rolling to his right, fires. It was behind his man and incomplete. He was looking for 22, Shetron. Nice little rollout play, but he threw it too early. 3rd and long.
Third down.
1:31 to go here in the first half. Broken Arrow 21, Santa Fe nothing. Kanan Hansen 10 of 14 so far tonight, 87 yards, and that interception. Here's the snap on 3rd and long. Hansen rolling to his right, he's under pressure. Now he cuts it upfield across the 40 at the 45, back at the Santa Fe logo inside midfield. 40, about down about the 42 before Tricky Stokes got him. Nice run by Kanan Hansen to see that nothing was open, and he zigzagged across the field for a Santa Fe first down.
But this is what we're talking about, how you got to contain that young man. We've done a great job. We've only allowed him loose one time, so we're being effective on it, but boy, he's dangerous.
1:19 to go, 1st and 10 from the 42. It was a 24-yard run for Hansen. Another fumbled snap. I don't know what happened on that one, but Ethan Heitch dives on top of it. The clock will continue to run. It'll be 2nd and about 13. Looks like that hit the center's leg or something, because that just,
I tell you what,
scored it free early.
You know, when you got to sit there and try and block our defensive line, and you got with one hand because the other one's snapping the ball, that's tough.
43 seconds to go. Hansen rolling to his right, fires, incomplete. It hit Shetron in the hands. He rolled over on top of it. The ball hit the turf, and it'll be 4th and long. Check that, 3rd and long with 39 seconds to go in the half.
You know, they were doing really good as far as their play selection on this drive. Then all of a sudden, they just quit the play, running good plays. They're just.
Third and 12. 39 seconds to go, first half. Single receiver left, 2 right. Hansen. Back to pass, now under pressure. Jalen Moss got in there. Tigers are trying to bring him down. Hansen still on his feet. All that for a gain of about 2. Now there's a timeout, I believe. Santa Fe called timeout.
The quarterback hurt his knee. Not good for them. Not good.
Kanan Hansen is down on the turf and in some pain right about the Santa Fe 40-yard line. He was under heavy pressure from Jalen Moss and then D'Amico Rowland, and a couple other Tigers tried to bring him down. He ran all over the place, picked up about 2, and then kind of fell awkwardly right at about the 41-yard line. Hansen is Santa Fe's leader, so if he misses some time, that's significant.
Oh, gosh, that's huge. The young man is their offense.
Scotty Pfeiffer is the backup quarterback for Santa Fe, and he has not thrown a pass this year, at least as far as the stats Santa Fe posts to Max Preps. We have no stats for any quarterback other than Kanan Hansen, so this could be significant. Now, looks like they're checking his ACL according to
it's
spotter Daniel Hendrickson. That's
you could see him go down and immediately hold his right knee. So let's hope. This looks good, though, and coming up.
Hansen's back to his feet, but in considerable pain. You can tell just walking gingerly. Not much weight at all on that right side.
Mm-hmm.
So the clock has stopped with 20 seconds to go. It'll be 4th and long.
Yeah, he's going to take pressure. Oh, they're carrying him off now.
Hansen made it about halfway off the field with his arm around one member of the athletic training staff, and now they pick him up and carry him to the sidelines. So something you certainly don't want to see there, but you just never know. Don't want to speculate on these types of things. We'll see what Santa Fe does here on 4th and 11 or so. 20 seconds to go. You'd think that this would be a punt. And now Santa Fe will be granted the timeout that Kyle White wanted to call initially.
That's huge for them. Hopefully he's not hurt very seriously.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like
they
to
added 10
back
seconds to the game clock, so they've gone to 30 seconds. That's where it was when Coach White tried to call for a timeout. So 30 seconds left in the first half. Broken Arrow leading 21-0.
Including members of the 1998 varsity football team and their families. Welcome back, 98 Wolves.
Santa Fe will have a backup quarterback on 4th and 11, trailing 21-0. If this is me, I'm punting and going to halftime and regrouping. But I'm up here and not down there. This is a punt formation for Santa Fe. Belimowicz, 96 on for the Wolves. Broken Arrow playing it safe. No return man in the formation, at least not right now. We'll see if they drop someone back closer to the snap. But it looks like the Tigers content to just go to halftime as well. Belimowicz standing at his 46. He takes the snap, couple steps forward, almost blocked. Wobbling punt inside the 20. Hits at the numbers. Still spiraling end over end down to about the 16 where it's down. 21 seconds to go in the first half. Broken Arrow leading 21-0. Tigers will get the ball at the 21. And I'm guessing they'll just sit on it and go to halftime.
Yeah, that's what they should do. They'll just kneel it and go because all the coaches are already left. Tate
Robards will lead the Tigers out in the kneel formation. Matt Kaiser will line up as the deep safety there. We'll just take one knee and go to halftime.
There you go. You know, what was really good about this half is we played, you know, we heard Coach Alexander talk about how he wants to reduce penalties and things like that. Well, we played pretty clean. You think about it, we played clean. We had 2 turnovers. We really have put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. We've done a great job, but the thing that they're not used to being behind, and they're not used to playing a team as physical as us, and they're not used to a team playing with a lot of speed that we have. So this is tough on them. You know, they got to get used to all this stuff. The thing is, they have to adjust their game. They're going to have to go into halftime and adjust their game to compensate for those things. They're not going to be able to run the football on us. So how are they going to be able to run, you know, via short passes, whatever? They're going to have to do a better job with that.
2 quarters in the books as Tiger Pep plays from the visiting side. Broken Arrow leading Edmond Santa Fe 21-0. We'll take a timeout. Ken Ellett has the halftime show coming up next. This is Broken Arrow football.
Happiness is getting what you want. But first, let me explain how I got here. When I needed a vehicle, I went online and saw tons of ads. Click here, buy here, come here. So overwhelming. I want the best price and selection with the least hassle. So it's simple. I clicked on MatthewsFordVA.com, made an appointment to take a test drive, and was greeted with a warm handshake and the fantastic price that matched what I saw online. Click, shop, drive at MatthewsFordVA.com, only in Broken Arrow.
My dad's always saying a little extra effort now will really pay off later. Here's how you can put in just a little extra effort and help out our schools in a big way. Just switch your checking account to TTCU. It's easy. You get $150 just for switching. And every time you use your school pride card, TTCU donates to our schools. So far, over $1 million. They're the only ones doing that. So make the switch to TTCU and be the person who's making a difference for our schools.
To get great care for your everyday life, you need more than an everyday doctor. You need one that listens. And that's just what Ascension doctors at St. John do. Listening to you helps us see your whole picture. And with care teams who take the time to understand you, getting the care you need when and where you need it has never been easier. Find care that is right for you at getstjohncare.com.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
The Tigers of 1929 tied for the Oil Valley Conference lead with rival Bixby Spartans. Broken Arrow's only loss coming at the hands of the Spartans, who finished their schedule with 2 ties and no losses. Apparently, Bixby wanted no more of our Tigers that year, as they refused a challenge from Broken Arrow after the season to play off the tie. This great moment in Tiger history is brought to you by First National Bank of Broken Arrow, a loyal fan of our community for over 100 years. First National Bank of Broken Arrow, the right balance.
Welcome back to Broken Arrow Tiger Football. This is Ken Ellett, Executive Director of Student Programs, and this is the halftime show. Today's my guest is Christian Wellborn, and she is the Director of Student Life and Activities. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ken.
Okay, Student Life and Activities. First of all, let's just kind of, what exactly are we talking about?
Well, there's an array of things. One of the most important things that we do is we have 10 sections of leadership class. So we have about 270 students that we see throughout the day that are in a leadership program. We work with them on supporting the school through events, putting on the different events that we do. We also talk with them about leadership and help them think about themselves and how to be better people. And we also, we want them to just get to know their school better and learn to support their school. So.
I mean, our school mantra, one of our mantras is engagement. It's really about engagement.
It is.
So, a lot of the activities that you have, I know you actually get a lot of kids that have joined your program. Tell us about that a little bit.
We do. Through our leadership class, it's kind of becoming the segue to engagement, I think. We get a lot of students that maybe aren't involved in extracurricular activities already. They come and join our class and see kind of what's out there and what they can be a part of. They can be a part of something greater than themselves, and that's really what's important, I think, about the program that we offer. And we feel very fortunate that our administration believes so much in engagement and provides us with the resources to do that. So.
Well, and I know we've heard some stories, success stories, where somebody has a daughter or son and they're a sophomore in high school and they're feeling very lonely and have never really been involved in anything, and all of a sudden they show up at your leadership class or involved in this program, and it really changes their whole life.
It does. Like I said, it provides them with the way to get plugged in. It's one of the classes where bonding and getting to know each other is part of the foundation of it, and it's really neat to watch students from all different activities and some that maybe aren't involved in any at all come together as a class and just learn to support their school as one. So.
Well, and we don't just settle at the high school. We've also got programs going on at the Freshman Academy.
We do.
I think a couple middle schools. Tell us a bit about that.
We do. We have 3 classes of leadership this year at the Freshman Academy. That has grown as well, which we're very proud of. Ms. Serby does a great job there. And then we do have student council sponsors and leadership classes at all of our middle schools. We have leadership classes specifically at Childers and at Sequoia, and then we have student councils at all of those schools. So our kids are learning at a very young age how to be engaged, how to be a Tiger, and how to be a part of something greater than themselves.
The thing that is so cool about so many of the activities that you do, there really is no boundaries necessarily. Your Aloha Bash you had earlier in the year, how awesome was that?
It's a fun time with lots of mud. The kids enjoy it. Again, we just want to provide opportunities for our kids to enjoy being at school. We have our Aloha Bash. We do, we have a homecoming dance. We had about 1,500 in attendance.
In the homecoming dance, you actually had 2 different locations set up, basically.
We did. We're a large group, and the students seem to like that, having 2 different locations they can kind of bounce back and forth from. And one of the really neat experiences that we do in November, we have a boot scoot. So we have Collar Bob from Arkansas come, and he's a square dance caller, and our kids join in with him in square dance. So we just do a little bit of everything.
So definitely one of your biggest things that you do the year got over a few weeks ago at Dry Gulch, your leadership retreat.
Yes.
Tell us all about that.
That is, we leave early on Saturday morning. We take about 200 students with us to Dry Gulch.
These are all volunteer?
Yeah, well, the students are, yes, they are, and they sign up to come. We have volunteer staff that go with us. And we bring in a facilitator, and they walk us through a weekend. This year it was, the theme was Who Am I? So it was just trying to get the kids to think about, themselves, their purpose, and what they want to do in life. And it's really a great experience. I've had staff come and tell me that they still talk with the students that they had in their groups, and it makes coming to work even more meaningful than it already is. So it's really a beneficial thing. It's probably one of the best things we do. So.
In Dry Gulch, in fact, I'm not even sure they call it that anymore.
New Life Ranch now.
Okay.
Yes.
What a neat place.
It's amazing.
It's almost like a little town.
It is.
And,
yeah.
I know I was there Saturday morning for a while, and they were telling me about the bumper cars they've got, the big slides they've got, archery activities, all kinds of activities.
They do, yeah. The kids, they come and have fun. They get to enjoy recreation time. We teach chants and get them excited about being a Tiger, but we also have a lot of serious conversation too, and it's a weekend that can impact a student for the rest of their life, honestly. And so we really encourage, we take students, whether they're in our program and our leadership classes or not. So that's a great way to get plugged in.
So let's talk a little bit about the remainder of the year, some of the activities you got coming up.
Yeah, we have the Boot Scoot coming up in November, and then the next semester, we've got our Sadie Hawkins dance, which is where the kind of a themed dance this year, I think, and that'll be a little bit different. The kids are really excited about it. And then one of the coolest things we do, and I encourage people to come watch, it's $5 to get in, but it's gym night, and it's a huge dance-off. We have usually close to 150, 200 students, and we put them on random teams, and they practice for 7 weeks. So it's some dedication. There's a lot of competition, but it's really cool. I mean, they work hard. They get close with their groups. They meet people they've never met, and they go out and battle it out on the gym floor.
They aren't hiring their own choreographers yet, are they?
It's our Tigettes. Usually our Tigettes and our cheer teams take care of that, and it's really cool to stand back and just watch what our kids can do, and it's a lot of fun to see that event come together, and they get pretty serious about it. So I would encourage anybody that hasn't seen it to come and watch, because it's a good time.
I would have to imagine that in your role and the things that you get to see through these programs and activities you do has to be awful rewarding to you personally.
It is. There are times a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that goes into it, but the kids make it so much worth it. It's just really neat to see them grow as leaders, just grow as people. And to kind of watch what they do after they leave Broken Arrow High School. So I feel like the luckiest person in the world to have this job. It's a wonderful place to be, a wonderful district, and our kids are amazing.
You mentioned graduates. I know at some of your activities you have graduates that come back.
We do. We have several that'll come back. There's usually a long list of alumni that want to join us at retreat as alumni facilitators, and we bring them back. We love for those that have been there to kind of lay the foundation to come back and teach our younger students, some things and what they learned in high school. And we definitely keep in touch with a lot of our students that went through the program.
The activities that you do, obviously your kids are involved in that every day, deciding what things you want to do. I'm assuming you sit down and brainstorm and you all talk and say, hey, what's something new we can do this year?
We do. I can't take credit for one idea. The kids are incredibly creative. When we put our heads together, we come up with some pretty cool things, and we do a lot of that brainstorming and project planning during class, and in our student council class especially, and it's really neat to see what they can come up with.
I think right now you said there are how many kids involved in the leadership?
We have 270 in our leadership program, that's quite a few. Most, a lot of places you'll find one class of your student council or class officers, and our district just feels very strongly about engagement and feels that the leadership program is a great way to get kids plugged in, and we have found that to be true, and very grateful that we're allowed to have that many classes.
I mean, there's really no reason to think that it's not going to continue to grow.
Exactly.
And as it continues to grow, where do you go with it?
The J.J. Jadamski, who honestly built and laid the foundation for this program, his goal was always 10% of the student body at the high school in leadership. We're pretty close.
Yeah,
so, we'd love to see that. That would be probably the first thing I'd like to work towards, just because when you can get that many kids together and kind of moving the same direction, really great things can happen. And you can see from our small but mighty student section this evening in our band, they bring a lot of spirit and a lot of support for our programs. So,
and, another thing that is really neat about this that people wouldn't realize is that, you were talking about the student groups that come to events. They do on occasion target events and really have a great show up, but really at all the events they have a pretty good showing. Yes. And the thing that is so neat, they cheer and are involved in a very healthy way.
Yes.
And that's something you guys work on.
We teach them that we support the Tigers. We're there to promote our school and promote our school in a positive manner. That everything we do is to build our school up, not tear another school down. And so that's part of, having that many students throughout the day in a program. And those are the kinds of conversations you can have. We can have those discussions of what it looks like when it's not like that, and who do we want to be, and so I'm really proud of our students for the character that they bring.
And as you know, there's so many distractors these days. There's so many things that they're seeing and hearing that isn't what we want them to relay. So it's probably a challenge at times.
And one thing I learned from Mr. Jadamski is if you don't teach them something to say, they'll make up, their own things. So we've got an awesome jungle squad. We've got a great group of very charismatic and energetic young men who have all kinds of fun chants up their sleeve that they work with our student section on, and we just have fun. We have fun. We love our school, and we love coming to these events, and we just want our students to have fun and participate and support our school.
Well, you had said earlier in the interview that you love your job. Well, I can tell you that Broken Arrow loves having you in that job.
Thank you.
And we appreciate all that you do, and thank you for taking time to be on the show.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
We're going to take a break. We come back. We'll be more Tiger football right after these messages.
The 1938 Tigers were undefeated and Class B state champions, led by All-State tackle Melvin Perry, quarterback Ralph Moore, back Jesse Kelly, and guard Jack Nafee. The Tigers squared up against heated rival Bixby to end the season. Ralph Moore, running behind some beautiful blocking, scampered 85 yards for a touchdown as the Tigers won the championship and routed the Spartans to stay undefeated. This great moment in Tiger history is brought to you by First National Bank of Broken Arrow, a loyal fan of our community for over 100 years. First National Bank of Broken Arrow, the right balance.
Happiness is getting what you want. But first, let me explain how I got here. When I needed a vehicle, I went online and saw tons of ads. Click here, buy here, come here. So overwhelming. I want the best price and selection with the least hassle. So it's simple. I clicked on MatthewsFordVA.com, made an appointment to take a test drive, and was greeted with a warm handshake and the fantastic price that matched what I saw online. Click, shop, drive at MatthewsFordVA.com, only in Broken Arrow.
My dad's always saying a little extra effort now will really pay off later. Here's how you can put in just a little extra effort and help out our schools in a big way. Just switch your checking account to TTCU. It's easy. You get $150 just for switching. And every time you use your school pride card, TTCU donates to our schools. So far, over $1 million. They're the only ones doing that. So make the switch to TTCU and be the person who's making a difference for our schools.
To get great care for your everyday life, you need more than an everyday doctor. You need one that listens. And that's just what Ascension doctors at St. John do. Listening to you helps us see your whole picture. And with care teams who take the time to understand you, getting the care you need when and where you need it has never been easier. Find care that is right for you at getstjohncare.com.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Welcome back to Edmond, Oklahoma, where the Tigers lead Santa Fe 21-0 at halftime. Battle of 6-0 teams took a major turn on the last drive of the first half when Kanan Hansen, the Santa Fe quarterback, went down with an apparent knee injury. He had to turn off that as we get ready for this third quarter. Spav, you look at the first half numbers for BA, what jumps out at you?
Well, I tell you, they have 157 yards of total offense to our 107. I mean, they're really, the possession time, they have more possession time than us and everything, but the problem is they just can't run the football. They can't run the football, and they have to utilize the throwing game. So they, hopefully in this half, they have developed a way or something to run the football and to open up the passing game a little bit better. So, that's got to be their goal at halftime. Ours is basically, we played really clean. Ours is just continue, let our defense play well, and just keep running the football and doing some things and working on it, and we'll be okay.
Coach Alexander in our pregame chat talked about playing clean, limiting the penalties. Broken Arrow just won in the first half. It was a holding penalty for 11 yards. Santa Fe, though, 6 penalties for 49 yards. So there's that hidden yardage that you always like to talk about.
Yeah, that's huge, And I tell you another thing that's huge. We talked about, field position. When you look at the field position, we've had 3 drives, basically, 3 drives this whole first half because we scored on the defense. So the 2 of those 3 drives were in the red zone. We started on the 40-yard line, 40 and 41-yard line. That is just – and when you look at our statistics in the red zone, we're going to score about 95% of the time. We're going to score 95% of the time. So you can't do that. You can't give us the ball in the red zone twice in 3 possessions. Now, what we did with them is they were always back. They were always back on the -6, the -20, -35, -16. These were where their drive started from. That, again, is that hidden yardage that we were talking about. You have to understand when we start on the +40 and they start on the -6, there's a lot of yardage in there that was gained by field position. We were 3 times. Now, this is the first time, 3 times in the red zone. We were 3 times, and we scored twice. And one of them, we had a couple of sacks there, and we were forced to punt, got out of field goal range and was forced to punt. So more than anything, we're being very effective tonight on first down. We're continuing pretty good drives. We're doing really a good job. This is a better football team we've played in a while.
First half stats for Broken Arrow are not anything that really would blow you away individually. Quintevin Cherry, 3 for 3 passing, 26 yards. Tate Robards, 4 of 5 passing, but just 6 yards. They had that pass for a loss. Remember, they'll dump that off to Noah Cortez and lost 11 there, so that skews the total a little bit. Cortez, 46 yards rushing on 11 carries and a touchdown. Cherry has 36 rushing yards on 4 carries and a touchdown. On the other side, Kanan Hansen was 10 of 15 for 87 yards before he got injured. No touchdowns, did have that interception that was returned and then turned into a fumble return for a touchdown. Trace Ford is the leading receiver in the ballgame, the big fella for Santa Fe. 4 catches, 53 yards. He has a long of 22. Tyler Travis, 10 carries, 29 yards. Ethan Heitch, the backup tailback, has just 1 carry, but it was a good one for 31 yards. So a defensive battle. You don't always say that when it's 21-0, but the defenses have been controlling this game.
I know, and offensively for us, we've got to find different ways to run the football, because obviously when we line up and we run the power and we do things, they've prepared for that, and they're a good little defense. Their coach is good, and their defensive coordinator. So we've got to find different ways, different formations, do some things that are going to where's all of our shifting that we've had before, changing the strength? We haven't done that yet. And I think we need to start back on that and unbalancing the line and making them shift and then find where we need to run the football and be more effective with it. The thing that they haven't done, as we said before, is this is a team, Santa Fe's a team with their 6-0 record. They just haven't played anybody with the speed like we have and being real physical and they're going to have to be physical for 4 quarters now, and that's what's going to be tough.
And they're going to have to come back likely from down 21-0 with a quarterback that hasn't thrown a pass all season and their leader on the sidelines. We haven't seen Kanan Hansen back on the field. We've been kind of trying to scan the sidelines for him, but it's Frankie Ayala warming up, number 12 for Santa Fe. He's carrying around a football just in front of the Santa Fe bench. So it looks like Hansen, I don't see him out on the field. I'm scanning the box, and I don't see him as the Broken Arrow return team comes onto the field here. But looks like Santa Fe is going to have to come back from down 21-0 with a backup quarterback. So against this Broken Arrow defense, coming back from down 21 is tough, even if you have a veteran quarterback, So, boy.
Well, Texas Tech beat TCU with a third-string quarterback.
Yes, I'll give you that. There's also a little bit of a difference between the depth of a Big 12 program and the high school program.
No, I was just making a comment. But,
I know.
They got the work cut out. They're going to have to take some chances. They're going to do some things. This is a good football team, and they're down 21-0. They can't just sit back and say, you win, we're just going to play not to let the score any worse. They're going to have to make some chances, take some chances.
Caleb Bowilmowicz kicks it off for Santa Fe. It's a directional kick arcing toward the Broken Arrow sideline. Gavin Potter fields it inside his 30, stretches it back toward the middle of the field. He's brought down at about the 35. So the Tigers will take over, I believe, at their 36 is where they'll spot this officially. Checking the stats and the scores from around the region. Spav, look at this one. Edmond Memorial reportedly leading Jinx 14-0 in the second.
Oh, my God. I think Edmond Memorial.
Now we're double checking that. There may be a little bit of erroneous fake news in that. So we'll get you that one as fast as we can.
Because Edmond Memorial's only won 1 game.
First and 10, Broken Arrow from the 36-yard line. Robards takes the snap, hands off to Cortez. Cortez cuts back to the left, stretches across the 40 to the 41 before he's brought down. Jinx is leading Edmond Memorial 14-0. There's a flag on this play and a Santa Fe Wolf down on the turf.
I tell you, it's getting physical right now. And it's getting tough on Santa Fe right now just because of the, here we line up in 2 tights, we run the power play, we cut it back, we get physical on the line. I mean, it's tough. And you got a lot of 2-way starters for Edmond Santa Fe, so they're going to eventually be worn down.
The injured Santa Fe player is Brandon Caraway.
They threw a flag near it too, so and that was against us, so I'm trying to see what it is.
Check that, it's not Caraway, it's Katie Jones, a backup safety. Flag on the play.
Got a holding.
Was a hold on the Tigers. So just as we mentioned it, coming out of halftime, 1 penalty in the first half. There we go with penalty number 2. So it'll be still first down, first and about 20. No, not quite. Boy, that math's hard.
Yeah, about 15.
First and 15 from the 31. Robards out of the gun, under pressure. Buys time to his left. Is that a fumble? He just kind of flipped it for Cortez. It was an awkward, almost like an old option pitch. It was kind of a flick of the wrist toward Cortez. Went forward, though, incomplete.
Well, the defensive coordinator now for Santa Fe is really bringing some players right now. I mean, he's putting a lot of pressure on us, doing a lot of twisting in the line there. He twisted a backer around, came clean.
Second and 15. Ball at the 31-yard line. Broken Arrow leading 21-0. Shotgun snap to Robards, hands off to Cortez. Cortez has some room, rumbling across the 40, runs over his defender. That was Caraway that brought him down, but a gain of about 10.
Yeah, see, they were anticipating. They're anticipating us running in the middle there, and boy, they jammed every deal. They left one of the sides. They had no containment on that one side, and he just bounced it over there and surfed it.
We have a whistle and a stoppage. Marty Askins, the referee, is looking down toward the south end at the scoreboard, so this might be a clock issue. He's conferring with his back judge. Yeah, the clock is reading 12:15, and that's longer than the quarter of 12 minutes, so that's not good. Let's see if we can sort that out before we have 3rd and 5 coming from the 42. Other scores from around the metro. And by metro, I mean Oklahoma City metro, since we're down here in Edmond. UConn and Westmore tied at 14 at the half. Edmond Santa Fe will play Westmore next week. Broken Arrow will travel to UConn, a Thursday night special down there on Garth Brooks Boulevard as we take on the UConn Millers. Owasso leading Southmore 10-6 in the second Union and Moore Original played last night. Redskins won that.
And Tulsa's up 24-10 over South Florida.
So there you go. Coach Montgomery's crew riding a little momentum after that win at Houston last week.
That was a great win.
Big win for Monty and the gang. Now we've got the clock reset to 11:15. That's a little bit more like it. It'll be 3rd and 5. Quintevin Cherry snuck in at quarterback during the delay. Kaiser Newell, the H-back in front of him. Designed quarterback run. Cherry trying to rumble ahead. He's going to be stopped short of the line to gain, though. Nice job on the defense by Destin Hostler. Hostler, the nose tackle, just pulled him down, and the rest of the Santa Fe line clogged that one up. Sometimes the C's part, but not on that one.
Yeah, that was a good defensive stop right there for him, because, you know, we got Cherry back running the power play, the quarterback power, and you know how effective that thing is.
Tigers go 3 and out for just the 7th time this season. First time tonight. Tyler Crawford back to punt. Cameron Love will return this for Santa Fe. He's just inside his 20 at the 19. Crawford takes 2 steps to his left. Left-footed punt is a good one. Love backs up to his 15 and hauls in a fair catch.
Good punt. Nice punt, too.
Crawford came into the night averaging 37.1 yards. 33.8 net. That was a 36-yarder. No return. So,
yeah, you gotta like that. Gotta like that. Because, you know, Santa Fe's got some players that can run, and you can't give them space. You give them some free space, and they can make some plays.
So here comes Santa Fe for the first time without Kanan Hansen. The quarterback is number 12, Frankie Ayala, a junior. No, it's number 8. They went with Reichert. He takes the snap, hands it off, and that one went nowhere. Gavin Potter slams the running back Tyler Travis to the turf. Braden Reichert will play quarterback for Santa Fe. He's a receiver. We saw 12 Ayala carrying a ball around on the sideline, but for now they're going with Reichert.
Well, Pfeiffer's listed as the backup, and he was one that was working in the pregame warm-ups.
Heat of the moment, we'll see Reichert in there again on 2nd and 11. He takes the snap, hands off. No, he keeps it himself. It's a keeper to Reichert. He picked up about 2. You can tell he's not a quarterback who's played a ton in that position, as that zone read was a little bit dicey. He ripped it away from the running back, and I think the running back thought he was going to take it.
Well, the offense just looks really uncertain right now. They have no idea. They have no identity. They don't know what they're doing right now. That just shows you the importance of having Hansen in there, how great that player is.
3rd and 8, Reichert takes the snap, rolling to his left under pressure. He steps up in the pocket, tries to make something happen. He gets some yards downfield, but he's going to be short of the chains. Credit Reichert with about 6, and now he's slow to get up.
Yeah, it's hard when you're going to be hit every time.
They stop the game, and he's going to have to come out, even if he wasn't going to. It's 4th down and a long 1, maybe 2, so you figure that Santa Fe was going to punt anyway, but now we'll keep an eye on Reichert as he heads to the sideline. He looks okay, just a little shaken up, but you never know these days.
Yeah, he's shell-shocked right now.
Belimowicz is in the punt for Santa Fe. He does not take a deep setback. He's only about 10 yards back. He takes the snap, rolls to his right. It's a low line drive punt. It hits at the 45 and rolls out a little bit inside the 35, just inside the hash marks. It'll be down to the 34.
Ball is down inside the 35-yard line.
So a good rollout on that punt. And Broken Arrow's back with the ball at its own 34.
The only problem he has with that punt is his punt's probably about 10 yards high. He doesn't have much height on it.
If he misses that just a little, that could get
I know.
blocked.
And we're overloading it. He's trying to do, the rugby type punting, but yeah, we're overloading his foot, so it's not really working very well for him.
1st and 10, Broken Arrow at the 34. Tigers leading 21-0. Robards takes the snap, gives to Cortez. Cortez has a seam across the 45, still on his feet, barreling toward midfield. He's brought down at the 50. First National Bank first down and a gain of 16.
What a great job blocking. I mean, our whole right side just caved him in, and boy, just like I said before, when we hit that double team, we bounce it up so high that we block any of their pursuit coming over.
Longest run of the night for Cortez. 1st and 10, Broken Arrow at the 50. Tigers leading 21-0. Inside 8 minutes to go here in the third. Robards back to pass. Quick
There
drop,
you go.
sets, fires for Matt Kaiser. Kaiser stretches and makes the catch. And he's brought down at the 40. Looks like 10 on the nose, and another First National Bank first down.
Yeah, good pass, good pass. Now what they're doing is they're setting up the deep route, the double move. So you're going to sit there and just going to hit it. You're going to let them hit the underneath routes, and we're going to set it up so we can hit the double move.
Third catch of the game for Matt Kaiser. 1st and 10, Broken Arrow at the Santa Fe 40. 21-0 BA, 7:30 to go, third quarter. Tigers went 3 and out to start the second half, now putting something together. Handoff to Cortez, met immediately and spun down. Hostler was in on the tackle, and Santa Fe's got another player grabbing his knee. I think that's Holguin, the linebacker. There's a flag in the defensive backfield. Not sure what that could have been on a dive up the middle. Kind of an interesting spot for
No,
the
it's
flag.
thrown from way across the field.
They've got a late hit on Broken Arrow. So it's a dead ball foul. They'll move it up a yard for the gain, and they'll go back 15. So it'll be 2nd and 24. Santa Fe's got another player with a knee injury. That's the middle linebacker, Holguin. He's their leading tackler, 32 on the season coming into tonight.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's tough on them the way we're blocking that power right now. I'm telling you, our O-line is really starting to dominate the line of scrimmage right now.
Holguin walked off the field by himself, so he's trying to shake that right leg loose.
Now this is the defensive line with Santa Fe that like to penetrate the gaps real fast, and sometimes that's good and sometimes it's not.
2nd and 24. Robards gives to Cortez, trying to stretch it out to the left. Outside the hash marks, now outside the numbers, but all sideways and no forwards. Gain of maybe 2. It's going to be 3rd and long. And now a late hit. A flag comes in on the Tiger bench.
Yeah, but
Santa Fe
had a young man that got into his face, was talking trash to him, and he just pushed him away from him. So I'm not sure what this is going to be. I mean, he didn't jack him up or anything of that nature, The
crew is discussing it just out of the earshot of Coach Alexander.
I'm thinking it's got to be taunting on Santa Fe, in my opinion.
Marty Askins has been busy this third quarter. Another late hit on Broken Arrow. They're going to back it up 15 more, so it'll be 3rd.
See, they got him. They got him for pushing the young man. I just don't see that one. I didn't see it as a violent push or anything. He's just telling him to get out of my face. You got to look at that as the officiating crew. Is that worth a penalty, or is it worth a warning for both team or both players?
That can be tough when you have a guy woofing in your face too.
I know.
And still,
and you're trying to get back in the huddle, and he's not allowing you to get back in the huddle.
3rd and a whole bunch. Line of scrimmage is the 37. Robards back to pass. Dumps it off
There
to
you
Cortez
go.
out of the backfield. Cortez at the numbers, across the 40, across the 50 before he's forced out of bounds at the Santa Fe 48, but it's still going to be 4th and 17 or so.
The guy, we made up about 20. That was a great call, great play. The thing is, when he has the ball in his hands in space, he can make something happen. He can go a lot further than that.
It was 2nd and 30, or 3rd and 33. Now it's 4th and 18. Tyler Crawford's on to punt this away again, leading 21-0 with 6:36 to go. Crawford takes the snap, rolls to his left. Left-footed punt is a good one, but it's fielded by Cameron Love at the 11. He spins off the first man. Ball is free. Ball is loose, and now the Tigers have it. Broken Arrow, I think, recovered
Are they going
it.
to call him down or what?
Drake
What'd they
Casey
do?
made the recovery, but they're going to rule the runner down.
Oh, man. I'm not quite sure about that one. It didn't really look like he was down yet, but I'm not saying he wasn't.
Either way, good coverage and a good punt for
Excellent
Broken Arrow,
coverage.
because Santa Fe will still start, and it's on 15 inside the 20 again. Santa Fe's average field position is its own 22, and that was before this drive, so that'll move back even more. Braden Reichert is the quarterback again. Kanan Hansen, just joining us, the star quarterback for Santa Fe, hurt his knee late in the first half. Reichert now steps up, running for his life, slides down inside the 20. He dropped back to pass, felt the heat, scrambled for about 4 yards. That pocket presence can be tough on a new quarterback, can't it?
Absolutely.
2nd and 6 from the 19. 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Broken Arrow 21, Edmond Santa Fe nothing. Braden Reichert out of the gun, high snap, jumps up and grabs it, hands it off to Tyler Travis. Travis up the middle for not much. Colton Collier and Jalen Moss bring him down right at the line of scrimmage. We'll have about 3rd and 4.
Yeah, they tried to pull the lineman now to get around there and try to gain an extra blocker. But I tell you, we chased it down from our pursuit. Great defense.
Tiger football on Arrowvision and 97.1 FM The Sports Animal, brought to you in part by our One Club sponsors, St. John Broken Arrow, Tulsa Bone and Joint, TTCU, Federal Credit Union, First National Bank, the Arrow Group, and Matthews Ford. Thank you for your support of Broken Arrow Public Schools. 3rd and 4, Reichert, pass tipped and falls incomplete. Was that Collier? It was Kaiser Newell that tipped it for Broken Arrow. Falls incomplete, and it'll be 4th and 4.
Great job. You know, we do such a wonderful job getting our hands up. That's something high school coaches don't teach enough of, is when the ball's in the air and you're a defensive guy and you're not near it, getting your hands up.
Leibowitz on to punt for Santa Fe. It's his 5th punt of the game. He's standing at his 10. Good snap, right-footed kick is low. Inside the 50, fielded
Great
by
job.
Keller. Keller's going to have some room to return this across the 40. Now inside the 30, still on his feet before he's dragged by the jersey and thrown down inside the 30. So a nice return for Isaiah Keller all the way to the 26-yard line.
What a good field position right there. You know, by backing them deep, having a 3 and out, and then having a low punt and allowing the return. You know, we get the ball on what, the
26. It was a
26-yard
yard
line.
punt,
Excellent.
27-yard return for Keller. And the
That's
field
3
position we keep talking
possessions.
about. Yes, Ben,
That's
you're
3 possessions we've had inside the 50-yard line, or actually inside the red zone.
Tevin Cherry is the quarterback on 1st and 10 from the Santa Fe 26. Broken Arrow 21, Santa Fe nothing. Cherry takes the snap, designed quarterback run, stretches to the right side outside the numbers, and that went nowhere. Mason Olguin made the tackle. They were looking at his knee, so it looks like he's fine and jacked up after a big hit on Quintevin Cherry.
That was a good play. He came out of nowhere.
Cherry's a little ginger, walking a little gingerly after that one.
Yeah.
Holguin made a big hit.
Second and 11.
Loss of 1 for the Tigers. It'll be 2nd and 11. BA 21, Santa Fe nothing. 4:20 to go, third quarter.
See, they're moving the front. This is what Santa Fe does a lot. They're going to slant the front to the field, put a lot of pressure on them.
Give to Cortez on 2nd and long, and that one was bottled up as well.
You know, when you move the front, this is one thing teams have to do on us because it just really doesn't allow the offensive linemen to target the people that they want to target.
Michael Pope and Junius Gaston on the tackle there for Santa Fe. It'll be 3rd and 11. 3:40 to go, third quarter. Broken Arrow 21, Santa Fe nothing. Charlie Hannema, Steve Spavital with you on Arrowvision and 97.1 FM, The Sports Animal. Thanks for spending your Friday night with us. Cherry takes the shotgun snap on 3rd down, has time, sets up, firing, looking for Keller. He's got him. Touchdown, Broken Arrow. Cherry to Keller, and Broken Arrow stretches the lead.
Love it. I love us working on the passing game like that. That was just a drop back pass, great protection, and a great pass and catch for a touchdown. I love it. I love it. That's just going to help us as we go through the playoffs.
27-yard touchdown, Keller's 3rd of the season, and it's his 3rd catch of the game. Skylar Seagraves on for the extra point to try and make it 28-0. Snap is good, the hold is good. Seagraves' extra point is right down the middle with 3:21 to go in the 3rd. Broken Arrow 28, Edmond Santa Fe nothing. This is Broken Arrow football.
The Tigers of 1929 tied for the Oil Valley Conference lead with rival Bixby Spartans. Broken Arrow's only loss coming at the hands of the Spartans, who finished their schedule with 2 ties and no losses. Apparently, Bixby wanted no more of our Tigers that year, as they refused a challenge from Broken Arrow after the season to play off the tie. This great moment in Tiger history is brought to you by First National Bank of Broken Arrow, a loyal fan of our community for over 100 years. First National Bank of Broken Arrow, the right balance.
Welcome back to Edmond, Oklahoma. All Broken Arrow in this one, 28-0. The number 1 ranked Tigers lead Edmond Santa Fe. When Tevin Cherry found Isaiah Keller for a 27-yard touchdown, it capped off a 3-play, 26-yard drive in just 1 minute and 36 seconds. Tyler Crawford's left-footed kick is away, and it will bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Santa Fe in a lot of trouble here without veteran quarterback Kanan Hansen.
Oh yeah, they just like I said, they just seem very uncertain. Yeah, one of my friends just told me, hey, TU lost to Houston last week. And it was a close game, if you remember. I forgot all about that. They were leading.
They were leading when I went to bed in South Carolina.
Yeah.
My bad. Braden Reichert, still the quarterback. He takes the snap, hands off to Ethan Heitch. That's straight ahead for about 1.
Yeah, that's just our defensive front making some great plays. I'm telling you, I'm so excited about their improvement. And this is a good team that we're playing, and they're dominating the line of scrimmage.
Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd and 9 from the 21. Inside 3 minutes to go. BA 28, Santa Fe nothing. Reichert out of the gun, back to pass, firing. near side, incomplete.
Oh, he hurt his knee too, or cramp. He's got cramps.
Jack Woods diving for the ball outside the numbers, and he cramped his leg as he went down because
this
he's
is
not
one of
feeling
those
great.
nights. This is one of those nights where those happen, because if you think about what happens here is you get a lot of the weather, just the temperature. You have a tendency not to drink as much as you normally do, and you'd be surprised how much cramp you have in a colder day.
Great point. Jack Woods is still down on the turf. They're trying to stretch him out. It'll be 3rd and 9 from the 21 coming, with Broken Arrow leading 28-0. Jinx leads Edmond Memorial 21-0 at halftime. Westmore leads UConn 21-14 in the 3rd, and at the half it's still 10-6 Owasso over Southmore.
So we had the Jinx and Memorial.
Yeah, we had that.
We had it jacked up.
Yeah, we had that flipped. We're good.
We got her. I was going to say, man, Edmond Memorial has only won one game.
Here we go, 3rd and 9 from the 21, clock winding, 2:40 to go in the 3rd. Broken Arrow leading 28-0. Braden Reichert, the reserve quarterback, takes the shotgun snap under pressure, firing a deep ball. That's
he caught
hauled
it.
in. What a catch by Santa Fe's 22, Talon Shetron.
And great coverage. I mean, you can't have better coverage than that.
Well covered, and the freshman hauls it in. Santa Fe picks up a big first down across midfield to the 42-yard line.
I'm just telling you, Stokes had great coverage on him. He just made one heck of a catch.
1st and 10, Santa Fe at the Broken Arrow 42. Reichert, high snap. Gave us to Ethan Heitch up the middle. Heitch gets across the 40 to the 41. Picked up about 3.
It's getting a little chippy out there right now, and you can see us. We're being very disciplined right now. We're taking each other, our athletes, and getting them back, and, not talking back to them.
2nd and 7 coming. We're inside 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. 1:39. Broken Arrow 28, Santa Fe nothing. Braden Reichert takes the snap, shuffles his feet, firing another deep ball. Had a man behind the defense. That was Shetron again, but it's incomplete.
He was open that time.
Overthrown and out of bounds.
That's where not having your starting quarterback in there can be a factor.
Santa Fe will take a timeout here. 3rd and 7 coming from the 39. As Kyle White wants to make sure they get the right thing dialed up here, because this is a crucial situation for Santa Fe.
If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the first time Santa Fe has been inside the 40-yard line.
Looks like it. Pull up the drive chart. They got to the 42.
But they haven't been inside the 40 yet. This is the first time they're on the 39. And this is where they got 3rd and long, and this is what we have been doing a lot. We've been forcing our opponents to have 3rd and long, and we've been doing that all year. And our opponent's 3rd down conversion is only 26%. That is low. So the chances of them getting the first down here are slim, especially in the red zone.
This is the 9th drive of the game for Santa Fe. 3rd and 7 from the 39. Best field position of the night, as Spav mentioned. Braden Reichert takes the shotgun snap, drops back, sets up under pressure, now running again, running for his life inside the 30. Flag comes in. Reichert picked up enough yardage for the first down, but there is a flag.
That's going to be an interesting flag. I didn't see any contact or anything there.
You look at some of these, and it's almost like the receivers are just decoys.
Yes.
Because Reichert, is a receiver by trade. He's speedy.
Yes.
But you look at some of these plays where I don't even know if he's looking to throw it. It's just kind of buy time and spread the defense out.
They're successful plays or busted plays. So they got us for holding. I didn't even see. Any contact. I didn't see any contact.
So they add that penalty and move the ball inside the red zone at the 18. 1st and 10, Santa Fe. Reichert takes the snap, gives to Tyler Travis. Travis tries to bounce it out to the right side. He's hit immediately. Kaiser Newell and Moss in there.
Those guys are tough.
2nd and 12 from the 20.
He tried to bounce it and make something happen, busted play and try to make something happen, but it didn't work.
So we go inside a minute here in the third quarter. 50 seconds to go. Broken Arrow leading 28-0. Reichert ready out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Quick drop. Steps up in the pocket. Fires a pass off his hands and falls incomplete.
Well, they scissored the route out here. They took their 2 outside receivers and basically scissored them, twisted them, and brought a slant from the outside guy inside. He was wide open there. I think he just put too much pepper on it and was not able to catch it.
Intended receiver was the freshman Shetron. Off his hands and incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 12 from the 20. 33 seconds to go, third quarter. Broken Arrow 28, Edmond Santa Fe 0. Braden Reichert out of the gun. Drops back, firing again, and he overthrew him. He was looking for Trace Ford that time, the big tight end.
Now we're cramping a little bit now. And again, this is what happens a lot of times is when you get the, is that Potter? Yeah,
That's
Potter.
Yep.
And boy, those cramps hurt. Gosh, they hurt. But I tell you what, sometimes you just don't drink enough water. You do through the week, but during the game you don't, just because of the temperature.
It's a calf cramp for Potter, the athletic training staff out there working on him. I think he'll be back to normal soon, but boy, while it's cramping, it sure hurts.
Oh gosh, I'm telling you.
A double-barreled action on the calf stretch as they're working on both legs. It'll be 4th and 12 from the Broken Arrow 20 when play resumes. Braden Reichert, since he took over for Hansen's, 1 of 6 passing, but he has run it 4 times for 30 yards. The one completion was a 37-yarder. And honestly, a great strike for a guy who doesn't play quarterback that much.
Exactly, I know. They have a good team. I mean, they, like I said before, the only problem they're having is they're just not used to playing from behind. They're not used to playing a team that's as aggressive as we are. And those factors right there are tough. Now, they may have played some teams with some speed, but not overall speed like we have.
Noah Cortez has 15 carries for 74 yards. His 1 touchdown was a 5-yarder as we kind of run through some stats here during the injury delay as Potter is helped off the field. He's a little tender, but they'll get some pickled juice in him and maybe a banana, and he'll be back before long. Garrett Hinesley in the game replacing Potter on 4th and 12 from the 20. Braden Reichert takes the snap, drops back, firing, looking for his man out of the backfield. Great coverage by Tricky Stokes to knock it out of the hands of Tyler Travis. It was a good pass. Yeah. Travis got his hands on it, but Tricky Stokes laid a big hit, and it's a turnover on downs.
Very nice. They tried to wheel it out of the backfield. They're wheeling him out of the backfield. We got Potter was chasing him, and Stokes came and did a great job. Because there was a chance that thing could have been completed.
Yeah, maybe just a little too much air under it. It
Yeah,
was just a
exactly.
little bit in front of Tyler Travis, so he couldn't get a great grip on it. And when he bobbled it, that was when Stokes came in and laid the hit to knock it free. So Broken Arrow takes over at its own 20, leading 28-0 with 23 seconds to go in the third quarter. Tate Robards is the quarterback with 2 receivers left, 1 right. Robards, shotgun snap with time, firing over the middle, looking for Kaiser, had him open but just overthrew him.
Yeah. But see, this is what I'm talking about. I really like what we're doing here. You know, you're up 28-0 and people saying, why are you throwing the football? But I think the biggest reason is you're working on it for the playoffs, and we're dropping back and we're throwing the ball. And we had a receiver open, he just overthrew it, but we're working on our passing game.
2nd and 10 from the 20. Broken Arrow 28, Santa Fe nothing. Robards takes the snap, gives up the middle to Cortez. Cortez now with a seam, still on his feet. Spin to win across the 40. His momentum spun him forward about 4 more yards, but if he could have kept his feet, he was gone. Great run by Noah Cortez and a First National Bank first down.
Timeout on the field.
Running that power. God, that one-back power, really good.
22-yard gain. Santa Fe has 2 players shaken up. They have a player on the ground, and then Trace Ford. He's a little, he was grabbing his knees. I don't know if he's.
Yeah, and they had another one down here too.
Was
on the
Ford's been that big tight end going both ways, tight end and defensive end. Hard to see the number on the player who's down on the turf because he's surrounded by Santa Fe personnel, but we'll keep our eyes on it for you.
Yeah, they're getting beat up right now, and it's tough on them. What makes it really tough is the fact that they're two-way players. I mean, we have 4 or 5 of these players for Edmond Santa Fe. They play both ways, and that's hard to do, in this league. I can see them spot playing somewhere, but not two-way starters. And by doing that, they're wearing down quickly.
We think that's Cameron Love, the safety. He's one of the leaders of this defense with 4 interceptions. And it's hard to tell exactly what they're looking at, but it's not a cramp. They're not stretching out his legs like they have been with some of the other players. Looks like a head or upper body. Broken Arrow leading Santa Fe 28-0 with 12 seconds to go in the third as Cameron Love is down on the turf, and they're taking a look at him. We'll take a timeout while they look at Cameron Love. Broken Arrow leading 28-0. Back with more Broken Arrow football after this.
The 1938 Tigers were undefeated and Class B state champions, led by All-State tackle Melvin Perry, quarterback Ralph Moore, back Jesse Kelly, and guard Jack Nafee. The Tigers squared up against heated rival Bixby to end the season. Ralph Moore, running behind some beautiful blocking, scampered 85 yards for a touchdown as the Tigers won the championship and routed the Spartans to stay undefeated. This great moment in Tiger history is brought to you by First National Bank of Broken Arrow, a loyal fan of our community for over 100 years. First National Bank of Broken Arrow, the right balance.
Welcome back to Wolves Stadium. It's 28-0 Broken Arrow as the Edmond Santa Fe Wolves are taking care of Cameron Love, the injured safety. His helmet's off, but he is walking off the field under his own power, so that's good to see. You have to think maybe a concussion or a head injury as the athletic trainer has that helmet under lock and key under his left arm, so that's another big loss for Santa Fe.
Looking at the replay, he tried to hit old Noah Cortez low, and he just bounced off of him.
Last play before the injury was a 22-yard run by Cortez. They run the clock, and that's the end of the third quarter. So we'll squeeze in another 60-second timeout. Be back with the fourth after this. Broken Arrow 28, Santa Fe nothing. Fourth quarter on the way.
happiness is getting what you want. But first, let me explain how I got here. When I needed a vehicle, I went online and saw tons of ads. Click here, buy here, come here. So overwhelming. I want the best price and selection with the least hassle. So it's simple. I clicked on MatthewsFordVA.com, made an appointment to take a test drive, and was greeted with a warm handshake and the fantastic price that matched what I saw online. Click, shop, drive at MatthewsFordVA.com, only in Broken Arrow.
My dad's always saying a little extra effort now will really pay off later. Here's how you can put in just a little extra effort and help out our schools in a big way. Just switch your checking account to TTCU. It's easy. You get $150 just for switching. And every time you use your school pride card, TTCU donates to our schools. So far, over $1 million. They're the only ones doing that. So make the switch to TTCU and be the person who's making a difference for our schools.
Their website at heatherhartnett.com.
12 minutes to go here in Edmond, Oklahoma. The Broken Arrow Tigers leading 28-0 with 1st and 10 from their own 44. It's a handoff to Zach Marcaselli this time. Marcaselli across the 50 inside the Santa Fe 46 is where they're going to mark him down. Pick up about 13 and a First National Bank first down. Zach Marcaselli, a change of pace out of the quarter break there.
I know, he was wondering before the game if he was going to be able to carry the football. And of course the coaches were saying no.
138 rushing yards for the game tonight for Broken Arrow. The offensive stats haven't been as plentiful as in weeks past. Part of that's field position, part of that's defensive touchdowns, as Coach Alexander will take a timeout here before 1st and 10 from the 46.
But we've been very efficient with what we've done. I mean, it was 28-0. We had one score on defense, but offensively we've got the ball 3 times inside the red zone to start out, and we were very efficient with what we did. Defense has played so well that it's made the offensive stats a little bit lower than it should be, than normal.
222 total yards for Broken Arrow, 84 through the air, 138 on the ground. 38 plays, an average of 5.8 yards per play, 5.5 yards per rush. Santa Fe is actually leading the time of possession, but that only matters when you can score.
Right.
So Broken Arrow's up 28-0.
It's kind of hard to have possession time when you get the ball 3 times inside the 40.
Very, very true. 1st and 10 coming here from the 46-yard line. 11:33 to go, fourth quarter, excuse me. Kaiser Newell in motion from left to right. Robards under center, takes the snap, gives to Marcaselli again. Marcaselli across the 45 to about the 43.
Marcaselli, the ball carrier.
Of course, we knew what they're going to run there, the power. And they're doing a good job stopping our power. They really are. No one has been able to really stop it all year, but these guys, you know, Santa Fe has been effective with it.
Marcaselli's one of the fastest Tigers on the team. Have to wonder if they're running that power to set up a toss sweep or something on the outside, see if he can get him loose. It won't be on this play. Cortez is back in at tailback. Robards fakes to Cortez, now firing right side, caught by Matt Kaiser. Kaiser has first down yardage, spins inside the numbers across the 30 to the 27. First National Bank first down, and a nice catch by Matt Kaiser.
Great play. You know, he just basically ran the pass to the sticks, and then Kaiser catches it, and his yards after catch was impressive, about 8 yards. And if you can catch the ball and run 8 extra yards, that's awesome.
16-yard gain for Kaiser. Quintevin Cherry's in at quarterback. It's 1st and 10 BA at the Santa Fe 27, leading 28-0 early fourth quarter. Cherry takes the snap, hands off to Cortez up the middle. Cortez had a big hole. First down yardage to the 15.
I thought he was going to bust that one.
It was close, gain of 12 and a First National Bank first down for Noah Cortez.
First down for the Tigers.
Again, here's the reason our stats aren't so high a lot of times is we had the ball in good field position to begin with.
That gets Cortez over the 100-yard mark. 108 yards for the game. 1st and 10 from the 15. Cherry takes the snap, hands off to Cortez. Cortez stood up and slammed down. Nice play by the big fella in the middle, Destin Hostler. Before that play, Cortez has cut the gap behind Jamal Shaw for first in Broken Arrow history to inside 400. He's 394 yards behind Shaw for the all-time Broken Arrow career lead. He moved into second place in the first quarter.
And you can't ask for a nicer young man for that to happen too.
2nd and 9.5. 9:20 to go in the game. Handoff to Cortez. Cortez 10, bounces off a man inside the 5. He's going to be brought down at the 4. Another First National Bank first down. It's 1st and goal.
Well, we're really starting to create a whole new line of scrimmage right now. You know, we're in the formation. We ran the power. They knew we were running the power. Everybody knew we were running the power. And we just created a whole new line of scrimmage. Very impressive right now of what our offensive line is doing.
Clock winding, inside 9 minutes to go. Tate Robards under center, the quarterback now. I formation, give to Cortez. He cuts to the right, trying to find the corner, and he's just forced out of bounds. Now that's close to a late hit if they're going to call those tonight. No flag.
Number 4, Noah Cortez.
It's all right. Cortez gain of maybe 1, if that.
Jones puts him out of bounds. No gain on the play, brings up 2nd and goal from the 4.
Gain of 1, it'll be 2nd and goal from the 4. Broken Arrow 28, Santa Fe nothing.
Okay, they're locking down on us. Going to put a lot of people in the box.
Toss to the right. That's Marcuselli trying to get to the corner. It's
Oh,
close.
tough.
He's in. Touchdown. Broken Arrow. Zach Marcuselli jumps up and down. He's in for 6, and the Tigers put this one on ice.
Oh, man, what a tough run. Good gosh. He wasn't going to be denied. He stuck that old shoulder in there.
Colin Oliver, the outside backer, tried to take him down, but Marcuselli just said,
No, yeah. There again, here's that physical part of us now. We're such a physical team.
Skylar Seagraves on for the extra point. Matt Kaiser to hold again. Good snap, good hold, good kick. With 8:43 to go in the game, Broken Arrow 35, Edmond Santa Fe nothing. This is Broken Arrow football.
To get great care for your everyday life, you need more than an everyday doctor. You need one that listens. And that's just what Ascension doctors at St. John do. Listening to you helps us see your whole picture. And with care teams who take the time to understand you, getting the care you need when and where you need it has never been easier. Find care that is right for you at getstjohncare.com.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Unless they go for 2.
Welcome back to Edmond, Oklahoma. Spav is knee-deep in the Tulsa game.
Sorry about that.
Our game, I can understand why. Broken Arrow's up 35-0. 8 minutes and 43 seconds away from being 7-0. So what do we have there? South Florida got a touchdown?
Yeah, and I'm not sure if they're going to go for 2 or what.
Tyler Crawford's kick is a directional one, angling to the right side. It's bobbled and loose. And who fell on it? The Tigers have it. I think Marcuselli, the man again.
Marcuselli wants another touchdown.
What a just unbelievable play. It went right through the wickets of Tyler Travis. It hit the turf, and nobody from Santa Fe had a clue where it was. Marcaselli falls on it. The Tigers will start again at the Santa Fe 22, leading 35-zip.
I thought Zeno Marcaselli was going to just take it right off and score with it, but he missed it.
It went right through the wickets of Tyler Travis and bounced all over the place. 1st and 10 from the 22. Robards back to pass, dumps it off, thrown low, off the turf and incomplete.
But there again, here we are up 35-0 and we're throwing the football. I don't think we're not doing that to run the score up or anything of that nature. What we're doing is working on our passing game, and I think this is a great idea. I keep saying that by Coach Wilkinson.
There's Quintevin Cherry. He's back in. Passing stats are like this. Robards is 7 of 11 for 47 yards. Cherry 4 of 4 for 53 yards. And that touchdown pass to Isaiah Keller. 8:37 to go. Broken Arrow 35, Santa Fe nothing. Here's the snap, 2nd and 10. Cherry on the design quarterback run. Trace Ford swallows him up in the backfield. That's going to lose 1.
Yeah, he just came through clean.
The Tigers have 167 rushing yards. That's their 3rd lowest if it holds. A lot goes into that, though. Field position, defensive scores. The important thing, 35-zip lead. Cherry out of the backfield, dumps it off to Noah Cortez. He stiff arms his man, gets across the 25, but barely back to the original line to gain. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
The kid made a good open field tackle. It's hard to tackle Noah in open field because he stiff arms you. He'll get after you.
Here's 4th and 10 from the 22. Not much wind to speak of. Broken Arrow's going for it.
Oh, yeah.
It would be a 40-yard field goal. Instead, Cherry bomb. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Santa Fe showing pressure. Cherry takes the snap. Santa Fe brings pressure. Pass looking for Kaiser. Little hand-to-hand combat. Ball was thrown kind of toward the sideline, and it'll fall incomplete. So turnover on downs for Broken Arrow.
Yeah, it looks like he was out of bounds anyway. Just wasn't a pass on target.
With 7:03 to go in the game, Santa Fe takes over at its own 23. The Broken Arrow comfortably in front, 35-zip. If you joined us late, as Edmond Santa Fe calls a timeout here, something with the alignment or the formation, no bueno, says head coach Kyle White. If you're just joining us, Keenan Hansen, the Santa Fe leader, one of the better quarterbacks on this side of the state certainly, injured late in the 2nd quarter and has not returned. They had to carry him off the field. They were looking at his knee, and that could really change the season for Santa Fe if Keenan Hansen misses some considerable time.
Yeah, he's a wonderful quarterback. Did a great job. He's had a great year as far as throwing the ball and running the ball.
Came into the night with more than 1,000 passing yards, 8 touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, just 2 interceptions. The name sounds familiar, of course. We've talked about this throughout the night and last year's game as well. His older brother, Justice Hansen, played at Oklahoma as quarterback for, a year before he transferred to Arkansas State. And now he's the guy there. But I want to say he went to Southmore, didn't he? I don't think he went to Santa Fe.
I believe you're right. I think it was.
Either way, Braden Reichert is the guy now. He takes the shotgun snap on 1st and 10, drops back, has some time, not a lot of time. Now he fires to a wide open man out of the backfield. That's Caden Atticus. It's almost like that was some sort of gadget play because Atticus was wide open on the far side, kind of right up at the line of scrimmage. And it's a big gainer, 28 yards across the 50 to the Broken Arrow 49.
Yeah, we just lost him. We're loosening things up here, and he got caught in underneath route.
1st and 10 from the 49, 6:43 to go, fourth quarter. Reichert gives it up the middle to Tyler Travis. Jalen Moss has got him wrapped up and slams him to the turf. Ball comes free, but they're going to say his forward progress had been stopped after about a yard. Make sure you join us Tuesday at 6:30 on 97.1 FM, the sports animal, for Inside Tiger Football presented by Rib Crib. Coach Alexander and I will look back at tonight's game against Edmond Santa Fe and look ahead to next week's trip to UConn. It's Inside Tiger Football presented by Rib Crib Tuesday at 6:30. 6:08 to go in the game. Broken Arrow leading 35-0. Reichert out of the gun under heavy pressure, grabbed and thrown down. It was number 91, Joseph Day.
Loss on the play.
Moves him back to the 44.
Play.
Good pressure up the middle on this one as we watch the replay on AeroVision.
Our D-line is really being effective right now.
Day made a great swim move to get past his guy. That was textbook. 3rd and long, 17. Reichert out of the gun. Tigers bring some pressure again. He's firing deep. Flag comes in, and that's probably deserved. Adonis Ballard got kind of tangled up with his receiver and just tackled him. Probably pass interference. But here's that high school football rule. They're so far behind the chains that that's not going to be an automatic first down.
No.
It's going to be 15, so it'll be 3rd and 2 or 3, depending on exactly how they mark this off. That's one of those penalties that you look at it in the box score as a penalty, but when you watch the film, you say, hey, if he's behind you, I'd rather have you do that than let him go free to the house.
Correct. That's advantage of high school because you only get to 15 yards.
Right.
So if you're beat, we've always taught it to where, hey, find a way to stop him.
Right. Especially when you're that far behind the chains and you're going to get another shot here on 3rd down. So now it'll be 3rd and 2 from the Broken Arrow 41. Tigers leading 35-0, 5.5 to go. Reichert takes the snap, hands off to Tyler Travis. He's trying to stretch it out to the far side, and that is not going to work. Tricky Stokes lays the wood. Zeno Marcaselli helps string it out to the far side, and Stokes came in and buried him.
That was great.
4-yard loss on the play. It'll be 4th and about 5, maybe 4. Santa Fe has another player banged up. 88 is the injured Wolf, Caden Atticus. He's down on a knee. Just take a look at Travis Hill trying to coach up that Broken Arrow defense.
Not used to seeing him with an old school hat on.
Yeah, Coach A was wearing one of those trucker hats tonight too.
I know. Oh, gosh. Trucker hat.
After this, Broken Arrow will head to UConn next week. The start of 3 straight Thursday night games to end the regular season. It'll be at UConn, at Edmond Memorial, and then home against Enid. Make sure you make plans on November 1st to be back at home at the Woodshed for senior night as the Tigers host the Enid Plainsmen, a new addition to our district as Enid bumped up to 6A1.
Yeah, we actually moved the game from Friday to Thursday so we can have an extra preparation day for the playoffs. This is a very good idea, Coach Alexander.
4th and 4 coming here for Santa Fe, trailing 35-0 to number 1 Broken Arrow. 4:46 to go in the game. Reichert takes the snap, drops back, firing to his man on an out route. That's Trace Ford. He makes the catch at the 40. Depending on where they spotted, he was just across the 40 at the 39. It's going to be awful close. They're going to wave it. First down, Santa Fe.
Marcuselli's a little banged up on that one.
Zach Marcuselli hobbling off on the top of your screen there. Looks like maybe just kind of stepped wrong. Keep an eye on that one. Colton Collier also checks out. First and 10 coming for Santa Fe at the 39. Reichert with time now rolling to his right outside the numbers. And he has steps out of bounds on the far side of the 40, about the 43. He scrambled and somehow still lost about 3.
We're starting to put a few extra players in here right now. I can see us doing a lot of substituting right now.
4:10 to go. Tigers up 35-0. 6-0 Broken Arrow, 6-0 Santa Fe, and again, it's clear who the #1 team in the state of Oklahoma is.
Oh, no doubt.
Reichert takes the snap on 2nd and 13. All sorts of pressure, and he is going to be swallowed up. Kaiser Newell was in there. Joseph Day in there as well. A big sack for the Tigers. It's going to be 3rd and long.
Joseph Day just came in there untouched and just forced the quarterback to scramble right off the bat.
It's at least the 2nd tackle for a loss he's made. As you see D'Amico Rowland standing on the far side by Coach Alexander.
Yeah.
And that puts into perspective just how big D'Amico is, because Coach A is no small man.
I know.
Every time you see D'Amico, he looks like he's not only put on some pounds, but he's grown too. He keeps getting taller. 3rd and long for Santa Fe, trailing 35-0, flag before the snap. Looks like movement on the Wolves, and that'll make it 3rd and 21.
That'll make it a little bit longer. It's about 3rd and 20 now, I guess.
Edmond Santa Fe is 7 of 14 on 3rd down tonight. That's the best
That's
an opponent's
50%.
done against the Tigers. Yeah, they came in tonight allowing just 26% 3rd down conversions.
Exactly.
20 of 76. Union went 37.5% on 3rd down. That was the previous best. Santa Fe's at 50. This one will be tough. 3rd and 21. Reichert out of the gun, steps up, fires, caught to Nieves. Nieves spins to the 40 inside, but he's well short. It'll be 4th and 9 or so. So below 50% now for Santa Fe on 3rd down. Clock continues to wind inside 3 minutes.
You know, we've loosened everything up a little bit. We're allowing them to throw underneath, doing the right thing.
Line of scrimmage.
I like what we're doing.
Is the 38. 4th and 9 from the 38-yard line. 2:30 to go. Broken Arrow 35, Santa Fe nothing. Reichert brings the ball down, scrambling to his right. Now fires on the run. That's going to be trapped. I think they're going to give him a catch. Wow. Okay.
Oh,
nice catch. Nice catch by Brandon Caraway. Down to the 11. Wow. 16, excuse me. Caraway credited with a nice catch on the sideline. Looked from here like he might have trapped it, but they give him the catch. Santa Fe with the first down inside the red zone with 2:12 to go.
You know, it was just a good play because he was scrambling now. A lot of pressure on him.
Trips left for Santa Fe. Reichert gives to Tyler Travis. Tries to string it out outside the hash. He has a seam. Travis, 5. House. Tyler Travis, a 16-yard touchdown. And Edmond Santa Fe's on the board with 1:56 to go.
But, you know, we're putting a lot of other bodies in here right now. And, you know, we're right there. We missed a tackle. We missed a block here. You know, we were in position. We just didn't make things happen with this younger group. Now, this younger group's got to deal with a lot of speed now than they've ever done before as well.
Trace Ford will jog back on to be the 11th man on the extra point formation as Edgar Rivas ready to kick it out of the hold of Reichert. Braden Reichert, the quarterback, will also hold his high snap. He gets it down. Kick is away, and it is good. With 1:56 to go in the game, Broken Arrow 35, Edmond Santa Fe 7. This is Broken Arrow football. Tiger Threads is your one-stop shop to get all things BA. Whether you're a little Tiger, current student, or proud alum, a parent, or just a fan of Broken Arrow, Tiger Threads is taking black and gold to a whole new level with apparel and spirit accessories. Tiger Threads is located inside the front entrance of Broken Arrow High School and is open Monday through Friday. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and visit us online at batigerthreads.com.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Welcome back to Edmond, Oklahoma, where the Santa Fe Wolves get on the board with a 16-yard touchdown run by Tyler Travis. It capped off a 10-play, 77-yard drive with 5:07 to go. Final from Chapman Stadium, South Florida beats Tulsa 25-24. Minute 56 to go in our game before the Broken Arrow Tigers are 7-0. High kick fielded by Broken Arrow at the 30-yard line. Tigers call for the fair catch there. And it'll be 1st and 10, officially at the 31. Zach Hauk on the fair catch there. We'll see who comes out for the Broken Arrow offense. I presume Cortez is done. It'll be the second.
We got the second unit out
here for the Tigers.
Smart.
Jake Raines, the sophomore, will be the quarterback, 5'10", 151 pounds. He takes the snap, hands it off to Keon Barnett. Barnett picks up about 2. Clock runs, 1:47 and counting. The post-game Gatorade on ice. Hopefully there's a Chick-fil-A sandwich or Arby's waiting in the parking lot as the Tigers will move to 7-0. 2nd and 8 from the 32 coming here. Thanks for spending your Friday night with us on Arrow Vision or 97.1 FM, wherever you may be taking in Tiger football. Play clock down to 5. Tigers content to milk this for all it's worth. Hand off to Barnett. He spins off the first tackle. Now still on his feet across the 40. Almost got free for a big gainer, but Barnett has enough for a first down, and that should put the game on ice. First National Bank first down. It's 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First down for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's it. It's a minute left. We just milked the clock here.
Inside a minute to go. As we mentioned, up next, Thursday night at UConn. 7 o'clock kick. Will be on the air with the pregame show at 6:30. From Miller Stadium. Victory formation for the Tigers. Jake Raines takes the snap, kneels it down. It'll probably take just one more of those, and Broken Arrow will be 7-0.
Let's see when they start the 25-second clock here.
Marty Askins is watching.
The
He's not
officials
going to blow this in until it gets to 25 exactly.
There you go. That's game.
Yep, there he goes. He blows it in with 20 to go. So
that's game.
Broken Arrow doesn't even have to snap it. Coach Alexander will make his way from the sideline as he tries to get the attention of his guys. He'll call him over.
Excellent, excellent.
A convincing 35-7 win for the Broken Arrow Tigers. It will take a minor miracle for Broken Arrow to not win the district championship. The Tigers are in great place in the district race. A 35-7 win over Edmond Santa Fe. We'll take a timeout. Spav and I back with a post-game show after this. You're listening to Broken Arrow Football. Tiger Threads is your one-stop shop to get all things BA. Whether you're a little Tiger, current student, or proud alum, a parent, or just a fan of Broken Arrow, Tiger Threads is taking black and gold to a whole new level with apparel and spirit accessories. Tiger Threads is located inside the front entrance of Broken Arrow High School and is open Monday through Friday. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and visit us online at batigerthreads.com.
My dad's always saying a little extra effort now will really pay off later. Here's how you can put in just a little extra effort and help out our schools in a big way. Just switch your checking account to TTCU. It's easy. You get $150 just for switching. And every time you use your school pride card, TTCU donates to our schools. So far, over $1 million. They're the only ones doing that. So make the switch to TTCU and be the person who's making a difference for our schools.
To get great care for your everyday life, you need more than an everyday doctor. You need one that listens. And that's just what Ascension doctors at St. John do. Listening to you helps us see your whole picture. And with care teams who take the time to understand you, getting the care you need when and where you need it has never been easier. Find care that is right for you at getstjohncare.com.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Welcome back to Wolves Stadium in Edmond, Oklahoma, where the Broken Arrow Tigers have moved to 7-0 on the season with a 35-7 win over Edmond Santa Fe. Spav, what jumped out to you tonight?
Well, just how efficient our offense was. I know we had some great field position, but we were just very efficient what we did with a much better defensive team than we faced in a few weeks. So I was really pleased with that. Defensively, where I was really pleased with what I could see was our defensive line was coming off blocks and making tackles. Previously early in the year, we were seeing our linebackers make all the tackles, and they were just basically being double teamed and holding the blocks. But now they're getting off of them and making plays, and that just frees up your linebackers, and it frees the defense up to do a lot of things. So we're getting better at that, and that's very important. And they play with a lot of toughness tonight. I really like watching that. Our passing game's getting a little bit better. We're starting to work on it, so I'm really pleased with what we did. This was an outstanding football team that was 6-0, and we came in here and did a great job offensively, defensively, and special teams.
The scoring summary looks like this. Broken Arrow scored on its first offensive possession. Noah Cortez, a 5-yard touchdown run, capped off a 5-play, 40-yard drive. The extra point from Skylar Seagraves made it 7-0. It stayed that way until the second. Tricky Stokes picked off a pass from Caden Hansen, took it back to the house, fumbled as he was going over the goal line. Bryce Machota fell on it. That made it 14-0. With 2:12 to go in the second quarter, Quintevin Cherry found the end zone from 6 yards out. That capped off a 5-play, 41-yard drive. It was 21-0 at the half. Third quarter, it was Cherry going to the air, finding Isaiah Keller, a 27-yard touchdown. That made it 28-0. Then in the fourth, Zach Marcaselli, that tough 4-yard run to the outside, made it 35-0. And then with 2 minutes to go in the game, Tyler Travis for Santa Fe found the end zone from 16 yards out. That capped off a 10-play, 77-yard Santa Fe drive. But Broken Arrow, a comfortable 35-7 win. Noah Cortez, 20 carries, 119 yards, 1 touchdown. Average 6 yards a carry. His long was 22. Cortez now alone in second place in the Broken Arrow career rushing rankings. He trails Jamal Shaw by less than 400 yards. And with 3 regular season games to go, you have to think that Cortez will catch him probably even before the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
And then add a couple playoff games to do some serious damage to that all-time record.
Yeah, and he's just outstanding. I mean, as we go through these next few weeks, our opponents aren't going to be quite as strong, and you're going to see him getting his yardage and getting out of there quick. So it's going to be interesting. He's going to score a lot of touchdowns, and he's going to get a lot of yards here.
Quintevin Cherry was 4 of 5 passing for 53 yards, and the touchdown to Isaiah Keller. Tate Robards was 8 of 12 for 47 yards. Matt Kaiser, the leading receiver, 4 catches, 38 yards. Isaiah Keller had 3 grabs for 37. For Edmond Santa Fe, Kanan Hansen was 10 of 15 for 87 yards and an interception in the first half. As we mentioned, injured, looks like a fairly significant knee injury at the end of the first half. He did not play the second half. Braden Reichert was the quarterback for the third and fourth quarters. He was 5 of 11 for 104 yards. Played pretty well in a tough situation, all things considered.
Yeah. You know, one of the goals or one of the keys I said before the game was we need to make the quarterback uncomfortable, and boy, we did that. You know, and even when they put in their backup quarterback, he was uncomfortable. They never was able to sit back and just throw the ball normal because we're forcing them to scramble out of the pocket and make big plays from there. We lost a little containment on Hansen one time, but then, you know, other than that, we were really effective. We won the battle of first downs, and we won the turnover battle. So there's a lot of things we did. We wore them down, basically. We were very efficient. We had 16 first downs to their 13, so we won that battle. And I think that's crucial when you get into tough games like this.
Santa Fe did win the total yardage race, 293 to 278, but field position was the story in this one. BA started its drive with an average field position of minus 46 at the Broken Arrow 46, and Santa Fe started the average drive at its own 22. So
I think we had four drives started inside the 50-yard line, I believe.
That's right.
And then we scored on
41,
every one of them.
26 and 22. Didn't score on that late one on the fumbled kickoff.
That's true.
But the other 3 turned into points for the Broken Arrow Tigers.
Right, and that's just being efficient again. And, you know, 35-7, outstanding game with a lot of players. I just saw some other players come around. Marcaselli, we haven't really been – he's been overshadowed right now by Potter, and then all of a sudden here he comes. And, of course, Machota, you can't ask for a better young man than what he does. You know, he doesn't get enough credit than what he deserves because of what he can do. But he's an outstanding tackler. He's an outstanding safety, and he scored a touchdown, and Marcaselli scored a touchdown. So that's pretty awesome right there.
The Squirtle High School Scoreboard Show is coming up after this on The Animal. But before we sign off, we'll take one last look at the scores of interest for Broken Arrow fans. Jinx leading Edmond Memorial 28-0. That game in the fourth. Westmore leading UConn 35-14 in the fourth. Broken Arrow, as we mentioned, heads to UConn next week. Edmond Santa Fe will take on Westmore, and Owasso now 27-13 leading Southmore. That game also in the fourth. But Broken Arrow 7-0 on the season, 4-0 in the district. Santa Fe drops to 6-1 and 3-1. Santa Fe still has to play Jinx, and with Broken Arrow already beating Jinx and Santa Fe, the Tigers essentially a 2-game lead in the district race with just 3 games to go. And we can be realistic and say that the remaining 3 games for Broken Arrow, the Tigers will be considerably favored.
I wonder when the last time is we actually went 10-0.
We've
in
got
the season.
6 days to dig that one up before we are on the air with UConn.
We need to figure that one out.
On
That'd be an awesome.
13. We'll go dig up the old Broken Arrow Ledger archives and see what we can find for you.
Absolutely, it'd be fun.
Thank you for spending your Friday night with us here in Edmond. We know we had some connection issues as we got started. We appreciate your patience and we thank our crew of dozens behind the scenes for all the hard work trying to engineer this broadcast from Edmond. The spotter and statistician tonight was Daniel Hendrickson. Nolan Couch was directing our AeroVision stream, and Terry Sprider was running around like a maniac trying to make sure everything worked, and we are grateful for his service. For Steve Spavital and our entire crew at AeroVision and the Sports Animal, this is Charlie Hanema saying good night from Edmond, where the Broken Arrow Tigers beat Edmond Santa Fe 35-7. The Squirtle High School Scoreboard Show is coming up after this.